Damn, what are you doing over there, you fat fuck?
We were talking, having a conversation, and now we are.
Yeah, but you can do two things at once.
And now you told me don't go live because you were talking some shit. So now we're live. Forrest.
Yeah, so we're live?
Yeah, now we're live.
Hey,
Forrest Griffin. Welcome to Menace and The Man.
It's great to be here, guys. Thank you. What's happening, man?
Forrest, it's me.
What's going on, buddy?
Would you, like, in out of all the Puerto Ricans you know, where would you say I stack?
Oh, the what?
Of all the Puerto Ricans you know, where do I stack? Like, am I like number 2, number 3?
I mean, I don't mean to sound like a jerk, but I don't know that many Puerto Ricans. I don't even mean to sound crazy, but like, if I was a big baseball fan, you'd probably be pretty low on the list. But I don't follow baseball. I only follow fighting and wrestling. So you're pretty high on the list, man.
All right, I'm with it. Hey, so first, the Menace and the Man
boxing. It's good Puerto Rican boxing, though, huh?
Yeah. So the Menace and the Man show is the man show of MMA. So we encourage you.
So I'm going to get fired after this. Awesome.
Oh,
no.
Hey,
no, I'm kidding. It's all good.
Hey,
we've had Dana on the show. Dana had a good time.
Yes. Boss Man's been on the show.
If he's done, then it's all good.
Yeah.
And he'll be
encouraged making fun of one another. You're at work though, right? You can't have a beer. Not a beer.
No. I mean, I can. I work at the UFC, so I guess I could. I was actually trying to get.
Right?
Huh?
You're there all the time.
Yeah, it's like work. It sneaks up on you. And I actually spend, I would say, most of my waking hours either here or doing something UFC related.
Which is pretty awesome because you fucking created the place, pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, let me put it this way. I hired the people that created the place. I wouldn't say I so much created the place, but I was there.
Yeah, you went all over the world and said, I like this. I like that. Yep. I like you.
Hey, I talked to this guy. This guy's smart as hell. We need that guy. Like, get that guy. Her, she knows what's up. Get her in.
And I feel like one day they were like, Forrest, you're just going to like hang out here a little bit. And then all of a sudden you were probably like, wait, I have a job? This feels like work now.
Well, that's how, that's how my whole, like, the little story you may have heard. I mean, I just start showing up to meetings and you just keep showing up. And people, like, start giving you stuff to do. Like, it was kind of an honorary job. Hey, Forrest, we'll reach out. We want you to do, you're a community service ambassador. Go volunteer, do your stuff. Do it in the UFC chair, take a picture. That's how my job started, because I was community outreach, because I've, done a lot of cool stuff in the community before. And then, I just kept showing up to meetings and, and then I screwed myself because if you keep showing up, then they notice if you don't show up. They're like, where the hell's that guy? Where'd he go?
Yeah. So Stan, with that being said, where are you going to start showing up now?
Maybe I'll just wait outside for Forrest to open the gate at the UFC, and then I'll just wander in. What the fuck is this guy doing here? I seen him with Bermudas. What is he doing here?
This guy, yeah, exactly, right?
And then I'll get a sandwich from the PI, and I'll just sneak into a meeting, sit down, eat my sandwich. They'll be like, anybody got anything to say? And I'll just say something. And then I'll be like, yeah.
Next thing you know.
So real quick.
Next thing you know, you'll be hired.
For the fighters, the meals are free. Are they free for you?
No.
What?
Sorry.
What?
I got my free. I'm retired. I got my free. I'm good. I'll be all right. I got $7 a day, man. I'm cool.
Wow, that's surprising.
I mean, they're a reasonable price.
Yeah. It's actually subsidized, so it's like at cost food for employees.
Yeah. Stan, so one thing you don't know, so like you go in there, you're thinking it looks like just it looks like a high end kind of cafeteria. You're like, he's like, you want a grilled chicken sandwich? You're like, yeah, sure. So you're thinking just a plain James, like this guy is marinated. It's got like lemon.
Yeah.
Like, this dude's a goddamn G back there.
Yeah.
You have a culinary chef behind like a cafeteria bar.
Yeah. Well, the head chef, Justin, used to be like one of the chefs at Nobu, when there was the Nobu. Did you ever hear the story? So Lawrence, not Lawrence, I'm sorry, Lorenzo Fertitta basically hired the guy to be his personal chef. And then when they moved here, that guy became the head chef, like the VP of, food services. So he was basically like, a real good chef. And when you're a billionaire, you just walk in the kitchen and say, hey, who cooked this? You're going to come work for me now. I'm hiring
you.
He's another guest that we want to get on. Menace hasn't shot that shot yet. Lorenzo.
Yeah,
that's a rough one. That's a rough one.
Me and LaFleur call him Zoe. We think when that comes, we're like, yo, my boy Zoe.
You know how it is, though, Forrest. You got to just catch the people at the right time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all it is. You got to shoot the shot. Like,
we figured this out, 20 hours ago? That was going to be on that show?
Yeah. Well, even, he's messaged you in the past, and you said something along the lines of, yeah, I'll come on, when? And then we just don't follow through sometimes. So we'll do that. We'll do that often.
It was on you. It's like, yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah.
Next month. Yeah.
Well, here, basically,
you couldn't get any guests, and you were like, hey, Forrest, what you doing?
No, you actually have been high on the list for a while. So here's what happened is Stan's always, because for our show to do well, if Stan hits him up, if I hit him up, we have a higher potential for them answering. So sometimes I get drunk. I'm like, here, Stan, text whoever you want to come on the show. So he was like, okay. And you were like, you were at the top of the list.
Yes.
There you go. Yes.
Always been a huge Forrest Griffin fan. Always been the personality, the fighting style, everything. You're a fan favorite. You have to be.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's what I keep telling people.
Great looking, charismatic.
Yeah. So let's not. Now you've gone too far. Now it's not realistic. Now people aren't going to buy it.
No, I think that, like we always talk about it, like don't count the looks department. You got the mouthpiece. You got the charm. It goes far.
Stan's huge on the mouthpiece.
That's something we talk about here on Menace and The Man.
I mean, I feel you, Stan. With faces like ours, you got to be able to talk.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm like the poor man's Forrest Griffin.
with much better hair, though.
You could grow it. You can grow it if you tried.
Oh. So Forrest, when did you meet your wife?
I met her at 2005 at the Hard Rock Gym. I don't know if you remember, but all the fights in Vegas were at the Hard Rock. She was working the front desk of the gym. So what?
That was your year for the Ultimate Fighter, no?
Yeah. It was shortly after that.
Oh, so that was so you're on the high horse.
What do you mean?
You just won the Ultimate Fighter.
Dripping.
Oh yeah.
Dripping swag.
She thought I was. I was like, yeah. And then I went. It was cooler too because then I was like, yeah. And then I just disappeared, went back to Georgia for a training camp, and then I would show up. Spike TV would fly me out to cover a fight or something. So I would just show up, like, hey, what you doing? Yeah. I was all in a good mood. My life had just turned around. She thought I was this happy-go-lucky, charismatic dude. Little did she know. That was actually the
Where's she from originally?
What's that?
Where's she from originally?
She's from Arizona, so 2 hours from here.
Okay, so you met her in Vegas, though?
Yeah, I met her at the Hard Rock Gym. Back when all the shows were, they used to put us all at the Hard Rock when the Hard Rock was a cool happening place back in the day.
And Google was just taking over off, so you can Google me if you want.
Yeah. So that's another great thing. I told her, I was not whatever, but I was, I won this little reality show, whatever, no big deal. I was like, I got a car coming. It took them 6 months to give me the car. I thought I'd walk out the thing.
So how's that work?
I thought I'd exactly. How does that work? They were like, yeah, we got this car, blah, 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 contact this dealership, whatever. And the car was in Atlanta, too. And I was like, well, but I'm in Vegas now. Need a car here, Anyway, it took them 6 months to give me the car. I was living on Alex Schoenhauer's in an air mattress on his living room floor, training at the Combat Club some and Mark Lehman some. Yeah, I was living a good life. And she met me and she was like, this loser. I'm going to throw all my chips in.
Oh, you want a show?
Yeah.
With a six-figure salary? Okay.
Yeah, you won this contract. That's why you're sleeping on a fucking air mattress. Somebody's literally under a dining room table because the room would get so bright. So I put the head of the air mattress under the dining room table and put blankets all over it.
Did Google save you?
Like a fucking kid sport. I don't know.
She had, if she got, like, any girl who gets into a guy and hears a few things, like, if they can look him up on Instagram now or Facebook then, they do that.
Yeah. I mean, if she did, she'd have mentioned it to me.
Oh. She definitely did. That's why you're still with her.
Yeah.
There you go.
And she lived in Vegas. She definitely heard about that fight. You and Stephan Bonner.
Yeah, well, I mean, she knew all the fighters just because we were all staying at the Hard Rock.
Yeah, for all you know, she trapped you, and she was like, "That's the one I want."
Maybe she was playing dumb.
It was because she worked the front desk, so you were always like, and I just kept bugging her, and then I would see her like working out after a shift, and I would just bug her, and I just started picking on her like you do in 5th grade. It worked. It always does.
Oh my god, works like a charm. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why my game has never evolved from 5th grade. It's like, why would you quit doing something that's so successful?
Yeah.
No, but I was talking about today, like, the great thing I have going for me is that, like, women that like me, I'm not like, they only like me because I'm a good husband and family man. So it's like, there's nothing there, It's a good situation to be. What's that?
Forbidden fruit theory?
Say it again.
Forbidden fruit theory.
No. But it's like, oh yeah, you're a good guy. So it's like, I really don't. I just don't have that vibe that like walk around with you. I don't know. Maybe it's the facial hair. I feel like you're going to bring the other type of women out.
Ooh.
But I could be wrong. I don't know.
Well, hang on, Forrest. I'm pretty short. 5'6". Women like
but
guys that are over 6 foot.
Menace has a 6'2" personality. We'll give him that.
Exactly. That's what I would say. Yeah.
He carries himself well.
Especially if I've been hammering back. Forrest, you drink beer, right? You're a man's man.
Oh yeah, I drink.
What's your go-to though? If you're gonna have a few drinks.
I mean, I don't even sound like an asshole, but right now I'm in the Modelo phase. So it's UFC beer, right? Well, check this out. Before, when it was Bud Light, I fucking hate Bud Light, but Stella was in the Bud Light family. So I used to drink Stella, and then when they went to Modelo, I now drink Modelo, and I'm trying to get, this is no shit, I'm trying to get a keg and tap, Modelo tap in my office.
Who have you?
Come on, that would be like
Okay.
Modelo's force office.
Oh my God! Have you spoken to anyone about it? I would think that thing.
Hang on.
Yeah, people at Modelo.
Pause right here. Stan. Pause right here. We're gonna clip that. We're gonna tag Modelo. We're gonna make it happen.
Yeah, that's an infomercial right there.
I think we can do this. I think we can do this.
Hey, team.
It's like Zappos or Google. They try to make it cool to work around here. There's no reason why people can't have a kegerator in their office.
Yeah.
Listen. So Stan's been coming over my house. We've been working on my deck. I am way more productive while sipping a few beers back.
Well,
the work doesn't seem as like
it sucks less. It's less tedious. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah.
Obviously, if you're going to train people or train with people, you're not going to knock down drinks. But
no. Although
but that's not in your job description, right?
No, not really. I'm pretty hands off. But when I was coaching the season 3 of the Tough Latin America in Argentina, wine is the same as water or like soda when you get lunch. So I would always have like 2 glasses of wine at lunch.
Soda?
Before the second practice. For 28 days straight I did that. It didn't bother me at all. I felt fine.
You thought it was soda though?
What's that?
You thought it was soda, or you're just like,
No. I was like, wait, hold on. It comes with a drink. The drink can be water, wine, or soda. I got the wine.
Yeah.
I got the wine. It's like the wine in Argentina is cheaper or the same price as soda.
Wow.
It's amazing.
Hang on, but it's like organic and awesome.
No, it's
like,
no, it's great.
Top
It's great wine. The wine and the steak in Argentina. I had a great time in Argentina.
I wasn't on Team Bisping when I was on the Ultimate Fighter, but he missed multiple even fight announcements and practices. So I can only imagine how many he showed up to under, with a few beers under his belt, right?
Yeah. So when I coached the Ultimate Fighter, I didn't think I had to show up. And I didn't think I should have to show up if I didn't win and I wasn't announcing the fight. Like, if it was the other team's fight, I didn't want to come. I was like, nah, it's too far.
That's probably why Bigsman didn't come.
Yeah, I'm just going to go down there. I'm going to drive down there and hear the other guy say who's going to fight. I can hear that tomorrow. I don't want to drive down there. Like, if I'm driving down there and I'm going to pick, that's one thing. But,
Well, that's even remember Bisping or GSP was like, you're a drunk, Michael. You're a drunk. You smell like alcohol. And he was showing up to the press conferences drunk. And then remember even when they were going against each other. And then remember GSP brought that coach in on Tough.
Oh, yes. Charles, whatever, that guy.
Oh, my God. That's one of my favorite clips ever.
Yeah.
It's insane.
And everyone was like, he's drunk and he's beating the shit out of us.
He's just shin kicking people right, in the dang ulna. He's just breaking people's forearms. You're like, oh my God, dude, what are you doing? He just doesn't care. You can tell he's been kicking trees for 5 years. Crazy, man. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone was training light, and then that guy came in with a buzz on, smoking cigarettes, and was like, no, we're going hard now.
Yeah.
We're going to go light. I'm going to beat you up if you match me. Now we're going live.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if you go hard, he's going real hard.
Forrest, how many times, hey, man, guys, 50%, light moving around. All right, you're going. And some guys just you're like, dude, if that's your 50%, you're the fucking best fighter and the strongest guy I've ever met in my whole life.
Yeah.
So, and then you were like, but that's not your 50%. Now I gotta fuck you up.
Yeah. That's one of the many problems with sparring. And you know what's funny? That's actually what I spend a lot of my time thinking about, problems like that, how to solve that, how to get the most out of sparring, how much time between sparring sessions, exactly how much, what does that partner ratio look like? How can you take the competitiveness out of a practice? So for me, I'll set it up to where you might spar with two different people that are at your same level. So I'll go a minute or two with this guy, a minute or two with this guy. But then you need to know that the next round, it's going to be you, that has to go with these two people. So don't try and crush each other. Work at that technique. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. When I would teach at Long Island MMA, I would do some drills where all right, one guy's on complete defense. He's only blocking, he's only slipping and dipping and moving. The other guy's on offense. You're just trying to, don't march him down. Actually fight him like it's a real fight, right? Yeah. And I was remember, it's going to switch.
Yes.
So if you're a douchebag and you're pounding this guy, it's going to go the opposite direction. And if I feel like you're being a douche and you're a better fighter, I'm going to come up and blast you, just so you know that. So keep that in the back of their heads too. But over the years, I just found certain guys that I could, Aljamain Sterling, me and him could move light with 4-ounce gloves, live sparring, but very light touches, live takedowns, the whole nine, check the ego. Chris Wade, same thing. I probably can't say the same for Ryan LaFleur. If I started getting into a little bit better than him, I might start getting hit harder. Gregory Gillespie's in the similar ballpark. But I just picked my guys who I know me and you can get a really good work.
Yeah. The other side of that is, and then I had to look at myself a couple of times, if you're wow, everybody's an asshole, maybe you're the asshole, right? That is I keep getting in fights with all my sparring. The common factor here is me. maybe I should chill the fuck out. Except that sometimes 170 pounders are going to touch me up a little bit, and I don't have to try to kick their legs off.
Yeah. I remember, this is definitely a douchebag mentality, but I remember further in my career, I was like, some of these training partners are disposable. Yeah. Where because being able to really hurt somebody is a skill and something that's got to be trained. You know what I mean? So trying to hurt Ryan Flair could backfire where now Ryan Flair wants to hurt me.
Yeah.
But this other guy, Jimmy, who's probably never going to fight professionally, and this is fun for him.
That's a lot of
he's pretty good and can defend himself. Let me try to fucking drop him.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a little bit more like boxing sparring, right? Where you bring in 3 or 4 guys, and basically the most skilled guy tries to kill those guys.
Yeah.
And then you get too, where we used to have this, I won't name names, but guys that just are having a bad day and they don't spar that day. That's okay. I never did that. Yeah. I'd be having a bad day and I'd be like, all right, guess I got to take my medicine. You don't have to.
Well, the thing is, with that being said, Forrest, is some days when you fight day, you're having a bad day.
Yeah, good point.
And you got to be able to figure that shit out.
Yeah. It's a great point, actually, yeah.
So now, Forrest, what exactly is your role? Because I know it's like a vague job title, if you will.
Yeah.
What are you doing on the day-to-day? I've seen you in a lot of videos giving the tour. I'm sure.
I'm definitely the tour guy.
Yeah.
Definitely the tour guy. So, all right, UFC guy comes out here, first time, I'll give him the tour. And basically I just introduce, hey, what do you need? What services are you looking for? And then I get feedback when they leave, or, just try to set things up, A lot of what we're doing now is trying to make things easy for all the fighters that are going to Yas Island, to Fight Island, right? And just being across all right, well, what times should they even eat if these are the fights? What time is the media going to be done? So, and that's the other thing I do is try to, keep the media obligations, the stuff you have to do to sell a fight, limited and specific targeted areas, right? How much is enough, and how much is and then what I tell the fighters is, look, man, you want to fight the perfect fight, whatever, but unless you want to do it for free, you got to do all this media nonsense. All right. It's just part of the game. We'll try to make it manageable, and then, how invasive is the process?
Well, we're trying to blow up for us. So next time when you're ESPN, TMZ, Menace and The Man, you got to slide us in there. Nonchalant. Yeah.
Well, the thing is also, for us, another thing because like you, I've been in the process, I get it. So sometimes Stan's like, yo, this guy's fighting this week, let's hit him up. I'm like, no, it's not. That. We're not going to get that guy's full. But hang on. And on the contrary, Henry Cejudo, his last fight, he's like, I'll hit you guys up fight week. I'm like, that's what you want to do?
Yeah, you're like, please do.
Okay.
Please do, yeah.
I'm cool with it, but I get the load.
Yeah.
I love hitting guys up when they have nothing.
Yeah, or the best time coming off a big win. Yes. Tell me about it.
Well, yeah, I love talking to guys after a win or when a fight gets announced.
And
yes. Yeah.
In my defense, I try to not get them fight week. I try to get them the week before fight week.
Yeah.
Which is pretty open too.
When they're doing a little media run. But yeah, I get it. Yeah. It's definitely a headache.
Forrest, how much weight did you used to cut?
I used to cut a good 20-ish, 20.
Yeah, so I'd be anywhere from 20 to 30.
So that's the thing. Percentage-wise, I didn't actually cut a lot. I would always be like, yeah, I cut 26 pounds, and, I was 235 2 weeks ago, whatever. But then, looking at the guys now, this is how dumb I was. I didn't realize that, that's fine. You're cutting 9% force. That's actually doable. Whereas you'd be cut 14%, where they'd be like, dude, you can't make it. But then again, I understand that too. So that's something I'll talk to guys and work with guys with. Dude, your arms are your arms. your arm length and leg length, that just matters more than a lot of things, right? Because it's not wrestling, right? So 78% of the time is spent on the feet in some portion. So, the reach matters, it's important, right?
Yeah. When people ask me,
it's weight class fit.
You're a thick guy. You must be so strong. If I could build me as a fighter,
Yeah.
I would probably look like Conor McGregor or fucking like Anderson Silva. Long, like lanky guy. Yeah.
For sure.
Tight muscles.
So now, Forrest, with your job with the UFC and whatnot, you're in a little bit of, I guess, a sticky situation or something like that. Do you pick fights at all? Or
What do you mean?
Like Usman, Gilbert Burns. Who do you think's going to win?
Oh, yeah, no, I don't really. I don't pick fights. And, I act like I do, but then I just say the things you already know.
Yeah.
About the wrestling, but the jiu-jitsu, will that nullify the wrestling?
Like, he's Brazilian. He's Nigerian. They're going to fight. Yeah.
Just very obvious things, right?
Yeah.
So, I act like I'm picking a fight, but I never tell you anything you don't know.
All right. I just always like to...
Do you watch every single fight?
I've seen every fight this year and last year. Yeah. Every UFC fight for sure.
Stan, do you see that?
Yes, Forrest is blowing up is what that is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. People call him. Sorry, yeah.
Are you at work right now, technically?
Yeah.
I'm yeah.
Well, this is just...
I got a call. I got a call in like 28 minutes.
Oh, all right. So we got you for another 28 minutes, or you what?
Yeah. No, I'm fine.
So
I'm prepared.
So we finally got my message went well, I guess, and I said, can Aaron Pico come on Zoom? So I sent Aaron Pico the Zoom link. If Aaron Pico jumps on, you want to stay on with us?
No. I'll jump. I'll split. You guys are tired of me. I get it. It's cool.
No, not at all.
I love the co-host.
We love to have.
Real quick, how awesome were those last fights?
Amazing.
That's my fight of the year. And I've looked. I was paying attention. I looked at the others. There's some great fights, but I feel like there was more damage in the Poirier Hooker fight than in the Weili Zhang fight. And then I feel like other than the one shot that knocked Gaethje down, Gaethje kind of was winning that fight too much. It wasn't as competitive, whereas Hooker won the first 2 rounds of this fight. Yeah. And then Poirier had to come, like going into round 5, it was still like, it was 2 apiece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was tough.
The Weili, And the Weili fight was just, that was super close too. But
going into the 4th, I didn't know if it was 3-1 Hooker or 2-2 Dustin. I saw the stats and I was like, oh, damn, it was Duffy Dustin,
It's so funny, though, that, the judges don't see the stats.
Right.
And then intuitively, we don't always know the stats. Like, even us. Like, we watch tons of fights. We should know. Yeah. The other thing I'll say is, if you remember the first pay-per-view they did at the Apex, DC was like, where are my stats? Where are my stats? Do you remember that? He was like calling on the truck, and they were like, oh, we don't have the stats yet. Oh, my God. And then this last one or 2 ago, he was like, oh, we got the stats. Thank God. Like, they don't know without looking at the stats. And these are people that call fights professionally,
And so,
you're so involved. Hang on, Stan. I gotta cut you off, Stan. Because you're fatter than me. Anyways, so Forrest, you're so involved in the fighter preparation, everything, getting them to be at their elite. What are your thoughts on when they're actually competing in terms of like who fucking won the fight and how things should be called? Like, should judges see stats? Should there be more judges?
Be open scoring? Like open scoring.
100% open scoring, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you something. That Max R fight, the kid that quit on the stool, I think if you show Rob that he's down 2 rounds, Rob's like, all right, that last round was 10-8. Oh, okay. So I thought Max, that kid, could have still won that fight. So I thought it was crazy that he quit. I didn't realize that it was a 10-8 round. And looking back, it is the correct 10-8 round scoring on that second round of that fight. But I didn't realize that did. Only one judge is giving him the first round. I thought he won the first round, and I thought the other kid won the second round by a large margin.
Well, wait. I'm sorry to interrupt. Rounds. Forrest, you're a legend. Do the Irish exit whenever you want to. You know the. Okay. But we want you to.
I still want you to finish exactly what you're saying.
And we want you to stick around. I just don't want to leave Pico in there in case he disappears on us.
Yeah. Well, let's. I was just saying, open scoring. It might stop some of those where people call for the corners to stop the fights. Like Anthony Smith.
Yeah,
right. I think Anthony Smith should have. I was like, why didn't his there's no way he could win, especially when he was on the ground. Now that's the thing is, when was the last time you saw a corner throw in the towel? It's a pride thing for the corner. I feel which
which is crazy. Like, trust me, man. If I'm cornering people, I'm throwing towels at them.
Because the thing is Stan, who are we talking about? I forget who we're talking about. Anthony, it might have been even Anthony. Is Anthony their biggest guy, their only guy?
Anthony who?
Smith.
Oh yeah, he might be their biggest guy.
Which fight were we watching? We were like, dude, this is their only guy. That's why they're like, oh no, against Amanda Nunes.
All right, here. Wait, Menace. Aaron Pico, welcome to Menace and The Man.
What's happening?
Sorry, guys, I was having some trouble with my stuff, so I didn't know if I was in or not. But
you're straight, Aaron.
You're in. Right. You're in.
We didn't want to lose you. We're just right now. We're talking to Forrest Griffin about how
the towel. Ironically,
what's up?
Just thrown in the towel. Ironically, just like fights that maybe should have been stopped, where the corner.
Well, we're talking about
the outcome was determined.
The Max Rohskopf situation.
Well, we were talking about how judges' fights should be scored. Should there be more judges? Should there be the scorecard after every round? And then we started getting into throwing in the
open scoring. Yeah.
No, I hear. Yeah, it's interesting. There's so many different people's ideas. I don't know. For example, that one fight that the coach was pushing the guy to fight. I think sometimes as a coach, you got to push your fighter a little bit, to go in there. But I don't know what the right answer is, because everybody's a fine line. If the guy doesn't want to fight, then it's you don't want him to fight. But then if he's able to win, if you push him and then he wins, you're oh, thank you for pushing me. So it's kind of it's a weird thing.
Yeah, but the thing is all of us are fighters. We've all been there when the goings got tough, and we didn't need anybody else to be dude, you need to do this. We're all no, I'll die here. I don't give a fuck. So for a fighter to be I had enough.
So yeah,
I'll be mad at you later. You're an asshole, but
yeah. But here's what I would say, guys. I would say you don't ever want the fighter to get that far where they say mentally, I've had enough. I want to stop. You want to stop it when that's happening, and don't make them say it out loud. Does that make sense?
But that guy won the first round, no?
I thought so, yeah.
It was 1-1. It was 1-1.
But the second round was 10-8.
He gassed out trying to finish the guy.
Yeah.
That wasn't, it could have been he was rocked. He had something going on, but I think he was just exhausted. He got fucked up a little bit that previous round. He was I don't think I can win this fight. But even Forrest, Robert Drysdale very well, right?
He's cornered me a couple times. Yeah.
Yeah,
trained with him for years. No. If I've been in situations like that, that's how I want it. I don't want you to cuss at me and tell me to get your ass off the school. I want you to be hey man, you got this. You're okay. Calm down. Here's what we're gonna do. That's exactly what I want. There was nothing I would change.
Yeah.
No, I hate that. I hate when coaches yell at a guy, get up, do this.
Yeah, I don't do good in that situation either. I can't when people because I'm already you're already self motivated. You just want somebody for me to just calm me down. That's what I need. That's what I need.
Aaron, it's not you're not trying your hardest. It's I'm obviously doing the best I can, moron. I'm in here. Tell me how to do it a little better. Give me some technical advice. Quit yelling at me.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Or maybe a little bit of a cheerleader, but like, hey, you're doing good. You know, you're right. That's good. That's good. You got this. This was like even like highlight something you did well. What I don't want is the coach that like get your ass on like that.
Yeah. I'm gonna give a quick shout out. Like, so I used to work with Keith Trimble, and like he was always like kind of bully and be mean to me in the gym. So when he was nice to me at the fight, it was just like, whatever you want. But he also isn't a bullshit artist. He would give it to you straight, like, yo, A, B, and C. So, like, when he would come to court, he'd talk to me in a very, calm voice. All right, stick with this, stick with this. And if it was on the ground and that was his forte, he would send in my jiu-jitsu coach. You know?
What did he yell that time you threw the spinning back kick?
What the fuck you doing? We've never worked that.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing?
Aaron, have you ever gotten any particularly like bad corner advice, like where you're just like, "What are you talking about?" Because
thank God I haven't. You know,
no.
I've only been to the second round like 2 times. So I've only all my fights like even like my corners. Thankfully, I haven't had like something where I was like, "What the hell are you?" You know what I mean? Usually I trust what they say. So, but I'm sure I'm gonna be in the fight game for a long time. But I'm sure I'm gonna have something where I'm like, I don't know, you know. So, but I haven't gotten there yet.
So you guys are gonna love this story. Go ahead, finish story.
I've been watching all the fights at the Apex, and I don't even mean between rounds. I mean like you can hear corners sometimes yell things out that are wrong. Like you just yell out bad advice and be like, "Nah, man, that's not a good idea." I say this because I watched the video of me cornering Matt Brown on the show, and I'm yelling out, just let him up. And I'm like, why? Guys, no, don't let him up. Get down on top of him, win the fight. Like, why would you just let a guy up and fight you again? You already got him down once. Let him up's horrible advice. And then the jiu-jitsu coach is like, no. Just control his ankles. Get on top of it. I'm like, yeah, that's actually what you should do. I should shut up.
So, but you, like, in the moment, you're obviously very influential to him. So, like, you maybe was like, he's behind me, like, send it, you know?
Like, knock him out, you know?
But, my jiu-jitsu coach knows a lot about jiu-jitsu, not as much as about wrestling as I do. So I'll say wrestling things, and he'll just start yelling when I'm yelling. If it's a wrestling aspect, you know? But real quick, for everybody in here, I think you guys will love this. So, I was already in the UFC. Aaron Pico was a junior in high school, wrestling Russia's, like, #1 guy, right? So I'm sitting there with my, like, college in Albany. Aaron, do you remember that?
I remember, yeah, for sure I do.
So I'm like, this kid's, like, essentially a boy. And he just toyed this fucking dude from Russia who's like #1, right? So me and my college wrestling coach, he was there. We start bullshitting, you know. He's like, I think he's actually like a boxer too. I think he's like a Golden Gloves like champion. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, I think he was getting the MMA after wrestling. I was like, what? Like, no chance. Do I want to fight that guy? He, like, because the only way in my head how I could win MMA matches is like with my wrestling. So how do I beat a better wrestler who's probably a better boxer too? So then when I saw you were getting into MMA and you went to Bellator, I was like,
that's good.
Now I remember that was a good match. I was it was like USA versus Russia in Albany. That was a good match for me for sure, against a high level guy for sure. Ameev.
What? Real quick, why'd you get into MMA versus wrestling?
I've always liked MMA. I started boxing like when I was like 10, and I did that for like 2 years just straight. I originally just wanted to go into straight boxing. I was like, I love wrestling, but I love boxing a little more. But then I met my coach, Valentin, and I started traveling the world and stuff like that. And I was like, I've done some pancreation things and stuff, but I was like, I got to give MMA a try. And then as soon as I started doing it, I just fell in love with it. So Yeah, I like wrestling. I love wrestling, actually. I don't like it. I love it. It's who I am, and it's made me. But I have a very, very deep passion for fighting, too. So, and you can make money. You can make money fighting, and I want to make money, I want to be, I like things like that. And that requires you to make money, So, yeah, that's the reason why I got into it for sure.
Like, Forrest, have you ever seen this guy wrestle?
Yeah, I have. So, yeah, Dwayne Zinkin told me about this kid years ago. He was like, hey, you got to check this kid out. And I was like, oh, okay. But, Dwayne's like, any good wrestler, he's just got a hard on for it. Right. He's always like, this guy is amazing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because, I remember, I've seen really good wrestlers at a young age, but they're, totally shredded, muscles popping out. I was like, Aaron doesn't, he's definitely jacked, but he's not, shredded. Yeah. And I'm watching him, take people down. It looks almost effortless. Is he paying people out? I don't get it. For me, when I would take some down, you see, just look at my fights, my face would be fucking, gripping
veins popping out of your head, yeah.
Veins are popping out. He's like, whoop. I'm like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Technique.
Yeah. I love wrestling. I can obviously still compete if I wanted to, but MMA, man, is just it's a different beast that I'm trying to, I love and I'm figuring out. It's way different. It's not wrestling. It's not boxing. It's not jiu-jitsu. It's the fucking fight. It's
is there somebody or something that you're like, let me just go grab a gold medal quick and then I'll hop to this fighting thing?
Honestly, I always think about going wrestle for the Olympics or things like that, because I could wrestle for I could wrestle for the United States or I could wrestle for Mexico, because actually I'm a dual citizen in both. So I'm always like, man, I can wrestle, but I'm loving fighting right now. I really, really am. I'm loving the journey that I'm on right now, and I'm trying to figure it out. I'm progressing every day, and it's just it's honestly really, really addicting for me.
You love hurting people. Just say
it. Yeah, I know I do,
it's
but
fine.
I love everything about it. I love being a martial artist. I really, really, truly do. Grappling, kickboxing. It's never gets boring. There's always something to work on. But no, make no mistake. I always think about going jumping in a tournament or wrestling, because honestly I've gotten a lot better. When I was wrestling these guys, Olympic trials and stuff, I was 18 years old, 18, 19. I was still a boy, and I've come just mentally, physically, I've come a long way since there. So I know I can definitely do good.
Hang on. You're mentally a man. You're wrestling men from Russia. That is the best country, and beating them. I don't get how how's your mind tick then? This is another man. What do you mean?
Yeah, he's competed his whole life.
Yeah, just competed. That's the biggest thing too. I think with MMA is sometimes people it obviously is a fight, but I've competed my whole life. I just gotta just relax and just as a competition rather than it's a fight. I gotta go in there, just compete, be smart. That's something that I've really had to grow as a fighter. Before, in my earlier fights, I've gotten in trouble because of it. I'm it's a fight, but now I'm really, really approaching it differently. Of course, I'm not going to lose that killer instinct where I'm going to freaking elbow your face in, but I'm also going to be okay, I'm going to be smart, do what I need to do, and go out there and compete. I started wrestling when I was 4 years old. I've competed all my life, so I got to just, be hurt and that's, one thing in wrestling, just go out there and compete. That's what my coaches always told me. Just go out there and compete and have fun. It sounds like it's people say it all the time, but you really have to literally just go out there, compete, and have fun, or else you're gonna go crazy.
Forrest, when did you start wrestling? A little bit MMA or
never? Yeah, after I started, when I realized that I was getting beat up from the guard, I should probably learn how to wrestle. But Randy always used to say compete. Randy Couture, and that was something I got from him. And he wasn't nervous, a fight nervous, because he was competing. And you talk to him, he's yeah, I've been competing at something my whole life. This is just I'm just competing. And then I can tell you're a sick puppy. You want to hurt people. I think what Aaron is more like me, where I was addicted to getting 1% better. at fighting every day. Like every day it was like a puzzle, and I just want to get just like that sense of purpose. Like, you know what I'm going to do today? I'm going to get my left underhook as good as my right underhook, and be able to hit the knee tap from both sides. You know, for me it was like that constant like building and progression. Like, and even when I sucked and I got beat every day, it was okay for me because I got beat a little less than I did the day before. So it's just that sense of progression towards something. And that's when I kind of fell in love with it. And I think that's what Aaron's talking about with MMA is like you get a little, okay, all right, well, now I can do this, and now I can do this. And that's the best part of it, right?
No, you're exactly right. Like yesterday I was just watching, like, I watch fights like constantly now. Like I'm like, after my losses and things, I've gotten like so obsessed with fight. Like I want to get better at this and that. Like last night I watched the Volkanovski versus Holloway fight, and I was like just so impressed how just Volkanovski leg kicks, especially the inside leg kick, you know. And I was just like, man, okay, today in sparring, that's what I'm working on: my jab, leg inside leg kick, outside leg kick, but like setting it up the right way. And it's just like just thinking, like, man, that's what I want to do today. And you hit, and you're exactly right. It's like MMA, you just want to get just a little bit better at this, a little bit better at passing the guard from, you know, a certain position, or like doing this. So it's honestly really, really addicting for me. It really, really is. So it's a puzzle.
Aaron, I had a couple beers. I don't mean to toot my own horn, but
no, you're good.
Come on up here to New York. I'll show you a few takedowns, awesome strikes. It just so happens I don't know how, the most takedowns in the featherweight division.
I would love to come.
But Elkins needs to retire soon for it to stay that way.
Right, yeah.
Or have like his last fight where the guy just pieced him up and didn't get taken down. He could have a few of those.
Yeah. Well, how many more does that man have before like
I think
his brain quits on him?
Yeah. I think you have him by like 6 right now, or 7.
I probably got 3. He's got probably 2 more fights before he passes me.
Yeah. But no, we thought that, and then his last 2 fights, he hasn't gotten really any takedowns.
Oh, good.
Yeah, people are going at you. Might be sliding in people's DMs like, "Yo, don't get taken down."
Yeah. let me tell you the secret to beating Elkins' takedown. What I want you to do is you're going to bring that knee up right here. Yeah.
I'd love to come to New York though and get some training in with you for sure.
For sure. Oh, I'd love. You can sleep, dude. We have a sleepover. I got an extra room and everything.
When I'm in New York, where do you live at in New York?
Long Island. So it'd be me, you, Chris Wade, Greg Gillespie.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Gillespie can wrestle too. That's a stud.
Who
now,
can?
Forrest, does Gregor recover off that knockout?
Yeah, shit happens.
I think so too.
For sure. Sure.
Yeah.
But you've seen fighters when they get knocked out like that and they change completely.
Yeah, no, that was just the one, right? And he's never been shinny before. He's taken shots before. That was a shot that would knock anybody out, though. You know, it's like, what are you going to do? Yeah. And then Kevin Lee is a huge 55er. So huge, in fact, he can't make 55. You know? So
did he miss weight for that fight?
No, he didn't miss weight for that fight. He made weight for that fight, but I mean, he just always struggles to make 55. And then, you know, he's one of those guys that's like, can I get a 65 in here?
Yeah. How far is that away from being a weight class?
I don't think it's that close, actually.
You got to write the memo for us and just slide it.
But what are your thoughts on it?
When they're in a meeting, they'll just pick up a paper and be like, Forrest Griffin.
My thought is, let's look at the average size human being. The average in shape American is somewhere between 55 and 70, right? So if you look at the 2 deepest brackets, it's 55 and 70, right? Those are the 2 biggest weight.
You would say it's deeper than 45?
What's that?
You'd say it's deeper than 45?
There's more people in 70 and 55 than in 145.
Okay.
It's a pretty fair amount, too. Those 2 actually switch off either year on which has the most fighters and fights.
Like, Aaron, what do you walk around at?
Me?
Yeah.
What do I? Oh, this morning I can give you exact. This morning I was 165.4.
Okay. Are you fight at
perfect.
45,
yeah,
right?
I fight at 45, yeah.
Well, a perfect question that Aaron can answer, coming from a boxing background. The way in boxing they separate the weight classes by 5 pounds, 7 pounds.
Yeah.
Does UFC need to adapt something like that?
No, that's horrible. I hate that stuff.
That's overkill.
All MMA,
more super fights.
I can't keep up with. I think that's a lot of weight classes. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But then you have the old problem where boxers are hiding from each other like 3 pounds away. And you're like, why don't those guys fight? It's silliness. Well, it's not, like I was saying earlier, it's not really the pounds, it's percentages. No, the percentage body weight. So at 125 to 135, 10 pounds is, whatever percent, and then we go to 185.
Huh?
Yeah, it's all percentage based. That's like science or some shit. I don't know.
But from 205 to 265, that's a humongous gap. But they're not very deep weight classes, so...
Nope. What are you going to do, right? It sucks to be... Hey, I was a 235-pound dude a lot of times, and I would make 205, It sucks, but you do it.
Yeah. That's like... I don't know.
I had my first 9 fights at heavyweight, or 10 fights at heavyweight.
Oh, okay. And what were you weighing, 230?
Yeah. But, back then, I started out like 235, and then you do like your camp, and then you're like, oh, great. 224. Wonderful.
Yeah.
I've lost 9 pounds.
You're like nervous.
Well, that's even
I keep losing weight.
A conversation piece right now in MMA is John Jones going up to 205.
Yeah, I would love that. Because he's got the other aspects.
I mean, going from 205 to heavyweight, yeah.
Yeah. But he's he's long enough, he's big enough.
Yeah, John is a big guy, actually. He's like...
Exactly.
He's big. He's not like... his upper body's just huge. When you see him in person, you're like, oh, shit. Yeah, he's a pretty big dude. So...
When I met him, I felt the same way that Dennis felt about meeting you. I was like, oh, shit, this kid is big. This kid is good. Oh, man.
Yeah. Yeah, he's actually, he's honestly pretty big. When you see him in person, you're like, damn. So I think heavyweight would be cool for him.
Even in person, he's got toothpicks for legs.
Say that again?
Even in person, his legs aren't very, thick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but that'd be cool. That'd be really cool. I mean, what else is there for them to do at 205, I don't know.
So now, Aaron, you're in New Mexico now, right?
Yeah, I'm in New Mexico now.
Why'd you leave AKA?
I was never at AKA. I would just go back and forth and pop in and do some training there, but I pretty much stayed back in Southern California. But now I'm in Albuquerque, which I really, really love out here. So I like to coach.
You were at the training lab, right?
Yeah, I was at the training lab, but I did a couple camps at the Body Shop with Antonio McKee and stuff like that up in Southern California. Yeah, and then I made a switch to Jackson Wink, which I think is really, really good for me. So yeah.
Yes, Alp Ozkillik is a good friend of the show. He was always saying how good Pico was.
Who?
Alp.
Oh, Alp. Yeah. Alp is the man. Yeah, he's a cool guy for sure.
Yeah,
super cool. He's. I've trained with him a few times.
Yeah.
So Aaron, you're not an awful looking guy.
Huh?
You're not an awful looking guy. No, not trying. I'm not hitting on you, whatever. But where are you at? You have a girlfriend? You married? What's going on there?
Yeah, no, I have a girlfriend. I've been with my girlfriend a long time.
How many? How many girlfriends you got?
One.
Hey, this is the perfect time. This is the perfect time for me to jump off. Good luck, Aaron. Good luck. Take it easy,
Forrest,
guys.
We'll catch you later, dude. We love to have you on. We'll get you on again.
Good to talk to you guys.
You're the man, Forrest.
Peace, brother.
But yes, what's the roster looking like? It's down to 1 right now.
No, I've been with my girlfriend a long time. I've been with her like 9.5 years. So
wow.
Yeah. So
9.5 years.
How old are you? Wait, how old are you?
Like 23. I've been with her since I was just turned 14.
Since high school, she was like, "This guy's a complete stud." I'm not leaving.
Actually, she's 2 years older than me. So when I met her, I was
Again,
like,
this guy's a complete stud.
Yeah.
I'm older. I'm smarter. I'm not leaving this guy.
I'm into it.
Wow, 9 years. So she's been moving around with you in the country and shit, or what?
Yeah. She lives with me in New Mexico, so she helps me out a lot. I mean, I got 2 horses and 4 blue heelers, and I have to make weight.
Horses.
Yeah, I got 2 horses. So here in the backyard, so I'm constantly having to do that. If I go away for training camp, or not, I don't go away for training camp, but if I have to go away for a little bit, she'll take care of the horses and the dogs and does all my meal prep. So yeah, it's good. I mean,
my dad would trade you for me in a heartbeat. No, my dad used to like train horses here on Long Island. He'd play like polo because he was like a worker, and people like, hey, ride my horse. Rich people ride my horse, play with my horse and shit like that. And so I remember I was like probably 12. My dad comes to me and my other 2 brothers like, hey, I'm thinking about getting a horse. You guys want a horse? We're like, yeah. He's like, but you gotta clean out the stalls. You gotta feed it. You gotta brush it. We're like, nah. He's like, all right, I'm getting a horse.
Oh man, that's crazy. Yeah, it's a lot of work, but I love it. I'm so passionate about it. It's like, it's crazy. Like, that's what I posted on Instagram like yesterday, me riding and stuff. I just said that's like a big dream of mine. After fighting, I really want to breed Spanish horses and just be involved with horses. I love it. Like I said, if I wasn't fighting, people always ask me, I'd probably ride rich people's horses for them, and I'd be totally cool with my life, honestly.
Well, if you come to Long Island, maybe we can make some connections.
yeah.
Ton of money down over here.
Oh, I bet.
So I mean, like, there's multiple ways of riding. There's Western or English.
Yeah, for sure. Western. I do like more like I really like the Spanish like style riding. It sounds kind of crazy, but they do like bullfight,
like high steps and shit, right?
Yeah, like alta escuela, so they'll do like little piafs, Spanish walks, stuff like that. Like I like the Spanish style riding, which is really, really cool. And, like the Mexican style, like they do some like horse dancing and stuff. I'm all into that.
How do you teach? That's not natural for a horse, right? They just gallop and trot. How do you teach a horse how to do that?
It takes, honestly, like if you want to do it the right way, it takes like years and years. If you want
to be grab their fucking legs and like this, like.
No, you just like there's some people that are very, very harsh with it, and they're like whack the crap out of their horses and stuff, which you don't want to do. But if you want it done the right way and everything, it honestly takes a lot of years. Just gentle pressure with like a whip, and slowly.
But like you grab their legs, like how they know what to do?
No, you have like a little bit. You have like a whip, and you kind of just like touch it. Then they bring it up, and then it's like, okay, relax, and then you reward them. And honestly, you something that just every day you have to be constant, like a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit, and then before
and that's you do that, or you have a guy.
Well, my horses can do like a little bit of Spanish walk and things like that, which if you go on my Instagram, you can see, but I don't train them. A good friend of mine is a really, really well-known trainer, and he has some really nice horses. So he kind of shows me a little bit what to do. But I have no desire to be a trainer. It takes so much work, and I see what he has to go. He's riding 14 horses a day, and you can't really do much, But I love it. I just want to ride and have a good time, and drink a beer and chill. That's what I like to do. So
my old man, my brother's wife, his dad has 2 horses. So my dad and my brother's wife's dad will go ride in the mountains, and my stepmom's like, look at these guys, a couple of Brokeback Mountain fucking. Hang on, they'll pack food. They'll go in the trails. We'll go up to the top of the mountain, have a couple of drinks, have some food, ride back down. We're like, look at you guys having like a legit date. Sick.
Yeah. That's the best. Yeah, just ride horses.
I mean, it's gotta be awesome.
Drink some beer. Yeah, it's not a bad life. I love it, man. I really, really do.
What are your horses' names?
The first horse that I bought, his name's Canelo, and the other one is Coleon. So yeah,
what type of horses are they?
Say that again.
What type of horses?
Andalusians, a Spanish horse. So they're Spanish horses, Andalusians. So
that's it.
My dad wants to get
wait. I'm booking the flights tomorrow, Menace. We're coming to New Mexico. We're gonna go horseback riding in Aaron Pico's backyard.
Let's go. Yeah, you can in my backyard. You can ride at the arena. You can go to the trails. Yeah, you can do whatever. Yeah, you're more than welcome to come.
Have you so Jessica Penne and
Kat
Zingano are both big horse riders. You ever speak to them about horses or what?
No, I haven't. No, but that's cool that they are. Now that I know, hopefully when I see them, I'll ask them about it. Yeah,
we're gonna tag them in this whole.
People don't understand how much I love horses. I love them. Like I have horse paintings everywhere. Like
I see the one behind you.
Yeah, I have this one, and then I have like a bunch in my room, and then I collect like Breyer, like horse like figurines and stuff like that. Like
you have tattoos, right?
No, I don't have no tattoos.
No tattoos, but if you got one, it'd be like a horse.
It'd probably be like a horse. But
just a horse, or like would it be like a Native American or a cowboy on it?
I don't know.
Or just a horse.
I don't know if I'll ever get a tattoo. Not that I'm against them or anything like that. I don't know. It's not really like something that I put time in.
How much would Monster have to pay you to get a Monster tattoo on you?
A lot of money.
$1 million.
That would be nice.
Bro,
you could buy for
the light bulbs were going off. I was like, we'll come there. We'll get Aaron a little drunk, a little tipsy. Menace will draw you a tattoo. And then we'll go to the fucking tattoo parlor and get you a tattoo.
That'll be hard to do, but yeah, we'll see.
It'd be hard to do because Aaron, what you don't drink, do you?
He said he drinks. No.
I have like after a fight, I have a few beers and stuff like that. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I'm not like trying to go wild, but yeah, I'll sit down and have a beer, have some tequila for sure.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Yeah. So how different is New Mexico compared to California?
Well, where I'm at, it's just the cost of living is a lot less, which makes it a lot nicer.
Well, you could be an accepted cowboy in New Mexico, whereas California, it's like.
No, for sure, yeah. But even California, I wear my cowboy stuff, like my cowboy boots. I don't give a shit what people think about. But yeah, New Mexico, it's a little bit more acceptable. I mean, where I'm at, there's a lot of horses and tax stores and stuff. But where I live, like in Southern California, like there's a big, like equestrian community and stuff. So it's cool. But back to your question. I mean, there's like more to do, like in California, as far as like, you have LA, you have like the beach, you have that stuff. But in New Mexico, I like it out here. I mean, I have my horses out in the backyard, and I just train and ride horses. I mean, like what I post on Instagram, I know it gets kind of boring, but it's like that's all I pretty much do, just train, chill with my horses.
An honest. So, being in New Mexico, you're hanging out with Cowboy Cerrone, no?
No, he's in Colorado.
No. I've only met him once.
Bro, he's been gone for like 10 years, 5 years.
No, but he lives in Mexico. He lives like in, I don't know the town that it's called, but it's not too far.
He had a ranch over in New Mexico.
Oh, the ranch, yeah. But I think he lives in Colorado.
No, I think he lives in New Mexico. I think it's.
He does live in New Mexico.
Shut the fuck up, Stan, you fucking piece of shit.
Bro, he's from Colorado.
So what? He's been training and living in New Mexico forever, no?
Yeah, but
Aaron, do you and Cowboy hang out? Yes or no?
No. I've never met him. Like, I've only met him. I shake his hand, and then that's it. But I've never met him.
Yeah, you're like bringing up a sore subject, Menace. He left Jackson Wink, and there was a whole bad vibes and whatnot.
With him, I would. Yeah, I'm not like.
Yeah,
that's not my.
Yeah, nothing with you. Just the Jackson Wink team. He left Jackson Wink over some drama.
And who was that over against Mike Perry?
No, It was before that, but then that's when it like hit the media. It came out in the media.
Yeah, but he's got a ranch there, no?
Yeah,
he does. He has a big ranch there. He has a big training facility. He has a bunch of horses. Has a buffalo. He has like I don't know what they're called, but like the razor tracks, like, you know, those razors that people drive like out in the desert. He has a track out there. Yeah, he's got a pretty sweet setup. Yeah.
How far is he from you? Do you know? Do you have any clue?
I don't know how far. Maybe like an hour, maybe 45 minutes. Yeah.
I mean,
Edgewood or something like that.
Like, for example, let's say I have a 4-wheeler. I want to go ride over there. I'll just trailer my 4-wheelers, go there, get off, ride. Is that something that you would do with horses? Like, come on, guys, get in. We're going for a ride. We're going to ride over here.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I have a horse trailer, so yeah, if I want to go riding in a different area, I'll just trailer him and go for a ride for sure. Yeah,
I don't think it's a bad move. Hey, cowboy. You're a cowboy. I'm a cowboy. You got horses. I got horses. You fight MMA. I fight MMA. I can wrestle. You can't. Let's train. Let's ride horses. And let's have a fucking little tequila and a couple beers.
That sounds like a good time.
Like, I can wrestle. You have a razor track. Let's swap them out. And like, hey, I'm going to bring, you know, my old buddy Menace. He's going to fly from New York. We're having a good old time.
You guys are always welcome here.
Oh, and even that, you're in Albuquerque now. Do you have any good Phil Baroni stories?
He lives there now, Stan?
Phil lives in the gym, I believe.
Yeah, he's there. He's always training, honestly. He's always hitting the bag, always
damn Philman.
Yeah, he's always doing something. But now I haven't really talked to him all that much other than, hey, how's it going? But I just kind of just stay in my lane, do what I need to do, and I'm out the gym. Yeah, that's me.
Is Diego Brandao, is he back there now, right?
Yeah, Diego Brandel's back. Yeah, actually did a couple rounds with him today, so sparring. So it's good work for me.
He hits hard. He hits real hard.
Yeah, which I really like going with him because I'm just, you know, I got to work on, obviously, like my head moving, my jabs, my fakes and stuff like that. So it's a good partner for me, and he's got a lot of knowledge in MMA, so he's definitely shares it with me, and you know, he's a cool guy.
So once me and you are done, later tonight, I'm gonna message him. Hey, you gotta come on the Menace and The Man show. I also need the verbal from you. Dennis asked for you. You know, you gotta come on the show.
I think we've talked to Brandao a little bit about coming on.
Oh, anything I post, he likes it, and like, good man, like, great, you know.
I still armbar.
Nice guy.
I still.
If he likes you.
He's like, I still armbar you. I still win by armbar.
I know.
Yeah.
Pico, did you ever see that fight?
Yeah, of course.
The 1 round battle.
Yeah.
I thought I killed a man, and he fucking armbarred me.
Yeah. Trust me, shit happens. I know.
Yeah, you do know.
I do know. So I know it stings, but there's.
Yeah, I mean, the guy is still a killer. You know, it's one of those like
guys that I've grappled with. He's so damn strong. He's really strong.
Yeah, he's a fucking
so
stud.
sick.
Yeah,
so sick of jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, he's very, very good. Yeah, he's strong ass man. Yeah, for sure.
Now, from that day forward, have you ever seen me get armbarred?
I don't think so. No, you haven't been armbarred, right?
Me neither.
No.
Yeah.
It was a, you know, live and learn kind of deal, you know?
For sure.
But man, like, you have to still follow wrestling, no?
Me? Yeah, for sure. I don't really follow college wrestling, but I follow
it's tough.
Like,
so many
championship Europeans and
like Dake and like where, like, let's say you put yourself in the mix. Who would be your guy to get on Team USA?
Probably be like Yanni or Zane Rutherford. Zane Rutherford made the world team, I think, last year. I wrestled him 6 times. I beat him all 6 times.
Really?
Which is insane.
Yeah.
I beat him 6 times. Yanni. I'd probably have to wrestle Yanni. But
that dude's a goddamn magician.
For sure. I've
seen you wrestle too.
I'd have to wrestle him for Olympics, but for Olympic trials, but for World Championships, I would probably just go 70 kilo, 154. So I don't know who's at 154. Would it be James Green?
Yeah, that guy's super explosive.
Yeah, for sure. I'm dual citizen, so I don't have to wrestle for the United States. I can go wrestle for Mexico. And
that's it. You would run through that whole fucking. You could pick any spot you want on Mexico, no?
Well, even Aaron, you're talking like this still might be a thing. Are we going to see you in the Olympics, or at least going out for it?
I don't know. I don't know about the Olympics, but maybe a World Championship, maybe Olympics. I don't know. I always keep that door open. But yeah, I think because in that case, it's like if you wrestle for Mexico, it's like I don't have to go to this. I don't have to go through that. I don't have to best out of 3. It's like Olympic trials. Like I win. Like I'm wrestling against Frank Molinaro. I beat him the first match, and then it's like you got to go wrestle best out of 3. You know, like in all the other countries, it's like you win the final match, go to the Olympics. You know, like you got to go to this tournament, you got to go to this tournament, and it's like, you know, it's a big cluster. But
now let me know if it's the same for you. So for me, like wrestling was my that was the love of my life. Yeah. MMA was like my side bitch. Like I loved her. It treated me like it helped me for what I needed, but like wrestling was my true love.
Yeah.
Where are you at with or wrestling helped you get to where you're at? Where was wrestling your setup bitch before your?
No, I love wrestling. To be honest with you, I people always say, "Oh, do you still?" I love it. Absolutely, it's like I truly am so thankful that I wrestle. I think everybody should wrestle. Yeah. It's taught me a lot, and now I love it even more than I even loved it back then. But for me, I really love fighting, and I love boxing. I love MMA and boxing. That's like my love. You know, wrestling too. It's great. I think I'm very thankful that I wrestled, especially now coming into MMA. But MMA is something that I really love, and I've lost 3 times, and after all my losses, I've loved MMA even more, which sounds really crazy, but because
I've seen a lot of your losses, and like going into the fight, I'm like, no chance. This guy doesn't stand a chance, and then like. I just feel like you just get like the fuck. You're doing everything perfect, and that's what I hate about MMA.
There's little things like mentally and things like that with MMA that it's taken me a while to adjust. But honestly, I'm really like studying it and adjusting it, calming myself down because I have so many skills. I have so much power in my hands. I have my grappling has gotten so much better. But now it's just like Greg Jackson, Coach Gibson, and like working with like all the coaches there is just calming myself down and just using my skills. And I'm so excited because I'm like watch my old fights to like what I'm doing now. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like night and day. I was just like boxing, and then like I would want to wrestle, but then like my grappling is a little bit I don't know. But since my last loss, I've grappled so much. Like. People are like, when am I going to see your grappling? Like my last fight, I grappled them the whole first round. I was just landing some big elbows. And then the second round, obviously I just landed a heavy shot. Like I have so much power in my hands that takes one little shot, and so, I mean, I'm definitely adjusting to MMA. I love it. I really do. It's addicting for me. And I just need time in the cage and experience.
So me and Stan used to do a segment where like, he'd have me, the vet, talk to someone like younger than me, which then we had on like Rashad Evans or like Tito Ortiz. Like, what am I gonna tell them? They're retired. Like, but like for me to you is like I don't think there's anybody that I did not take down that didn't go past the first round. I've taken down everybody.
Yeah.
And we're getting paid for the fight, not for the time in there. And I wish I utilized the ability to choke or end the fight with a submission and get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
And like, for example, like Jeremy Stevens, I took him down, I don't know how many times, I had him on the ground, and in the third round, I catch this fucking crazy, like, fade-off knee, and he wins the fight. Which, if I took him down, I had the 4 times I took him down and just finished the fucking fight,
Yeah.
Then I get the, you know what I mean? That's the one thing. Because I can take that, like I said, I can take down fucking almost anybody. Get the fight out of there. Get it done. Get it over with. Take them down. Get the fight over with. Next.
No, for sure. Like
one thing.
Like my losses, my Madison Square Garden fight, like I don't really even think about. Like that's whatever. I was up at 155. I fought a guy that was like 6'2", like super tall, like whatever. He got me there. But like the Henry Corrales fight, it's like, man, I was fighting like a veteran. I knock him down in the first 13 seconds, and I just such inexperience, just dumb things that like now I'm like, oh my god, what was I freaking thinking? Like working with Greg Jackson, like and studying tape with Coach Gibson. It's like, man, what the hell was I thinking? Like it's just lack of inexperience. Like give me a couple more fights, like it'd be totally different, you know. And like that's the thing, is I just have to stay patient, especially with him. I'll take him down, ground and pound him. Like thing is like he's fought like guys that like take him down, and yeah, he gets up, but he's never felt top pressure like me. Like my top pressure is getting so much better. And then Adam Borks, like I got caught with a flying knee because I take a blind shot. Like what the hell?
I've sparred against that guy. That guy's fucking super tough.
Yeah, for sure. But like I said, I saw him fight Darren Caldwell. I was like, I already know what's gonna happen. I already laid out the blueprint. Just take him down and submit him. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
If I was to fight him again, which I would love, like I just know he's gonna look for that flying knee, but that's okay. I'm just gonna take my time. I don't care how much takedown defense that he does. You are not gonna stop my takedown if I get a hold of your leg. And but yeah, he's very dangerous with the knee and stuff like that. But you just gotta study and be aware of it. So I've come a long way, and nowhere near where I ultimately want to be, but all those mistakes that I've made, and it's definitely made me a better martial artist, and that's why I love it so much, because it's like I don't think you ultimately in MMA get to where you want to be, because there's always something you can do, you know?
Like for me, like taking a guy down, getting on top of him is like a virgin getting on top of a girl, and it's like, whoa, dude, figure it out, get your nice strokes. Like, so what I mean about that is I would take people down and just start instantly ground and pounding, and they would get away from me. Or like, take them down, settle in, fucking get in there, control them. Let them be like, oh, shit. Like, I just can't get up. And then just let one.
Yeah.
Two. Let them get up, fucking trap, while working your shit.
I love it now. Like, now it's like, especially like when you spar guys and they stop the first takedown and they use so much energy stopping it. It's like, well, we still got 3 more rounds of sparring. You think I'm not going to get another? Yeah. That's I say, okay, you stop the first one, no problem. I'll use my combinations, get to the inside, take you down. And then I just love just wearing guys down now. That is like my favorite thing to do when they just go back to the freaking corner and they're so tired, because it's like, I'm not trying to be cocky, but I'm not going to get tired. There's no way I'm going to get tired. I freaking...
And I don't want to insult you, but you have the power to just fight over. Yeah. And I've seen a lot of wrestlers, really high-end wrestlers, like, that's way easier than wrestling. So they get away from wrestling.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing.
Tyron Woodley, like,
well, even
that was your shit.
Menace, you versus it's happened to Pico. It's happened to you. It's the Jeremy Stevens fight. You weren't getting fucked up when you got caught. You were smelling blood. You were fucking him up, stalking him, and then you just got clipped. That disgusting game of inches, and that's what happens sometimes.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, for sure. I definitely have fallen in love with my boxing because that's one thing that I love. But MMA is a different beast. That's not going to be that. That is not going to be.
It's like just the takedowns.
The takedown.
Like that's one thing. Like Gregor Gillespie. Obviously, he's not the champion. He's not. But like, he's like, I will shoot for 15 minutes straight. I will have that in the tank every time I fight.
Even you saying Gregor, we could use Gregor as the example too. The fight with Kevin Lee, right before Kevin Lee landed that punch into the switch kick. He shot
and got stuffed.
No, he landed that's right. He landed the perfect left hook, and Kevin Lee ate it and went, let me throw. He busted Kevin Lee up with the left hook.
I was there. Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, it's a disgusting game of inches, but experience is how you, I guess, figure that out.
Yeah. Then sometimes
he has a TKO. He has a knockout.
Gregor has like that 18-second knockout.
Right.
Yeah.
That gives you that bug, I'm sure, you know?
Have you ever worked with Gregor, Aaron?
No, I've never worked with him. But I would love to. I would love to. I mean, like I said, that's the thing about me and my mindset with MMA is like I'll go with anybody everywhere. Like especially with training, it's just like I've met so many people, traveled, and you know, being with the manager Ali, I've traveled a lot. Like I've been to New York City. I've been to Khabib and Islam. I love MMA. I just love trying my stuff.
How's wrestling between you and Khabib go?
We've grappled a little bit. Yeah, we've grappled and stuff, and he's strong. He's very, very strong. But
who was getting them takedowns?
You felt strength from all over the world.
I never talk about training with no partners. That's like
good etiquette. Good etiquette. Yeah.
So, but I can say though those guys from Dagestan are very, very tough because I've traveled there many, many times. Like I know those guys well, and people are always like, "Oh man, what's the secret?" You know, like they're just up in Russia. Like man, they're just different. Oh, there's nothing's different. That their life is very, very simple. They, they pray, they go train, they chill, they go train, and they have very, very good. They're coaches that just focus coaches that dedicate their life to producing champions. You know, they don't really have like a lot of distractions, and they're not trying to like go crazy on this and that. They just live a very, very simple life, and they train their ass off. Like it's not like they're more scary. Yeah, they're more scary because they go and beat the shit out of people, but it's not like they're doing something extraordinary and they're doing this. It's like, half the time they have a wrestling mat, they have ropes, and they freaking climb ropes, and they wrestle. And that's why they're so good. And they have coaches that are paid by the country, by the city, and to be professional coaches. And that's why they're at the level that they're at, And the same goes with. So there's no secret to anybody being good other than that they just work their ass off. So. And
wait, you ever see that video in Dagestan where Khabib was like swimming against the current upstream?
Yeah. And that's the thing is like we have us as Americans have all the best technology and this and that, and sometimes just keeping it very, very simple. Simple exercises make you strong, and for sure they just keep it simple.
Here, hang on, because Aaron, what the fuck were you doing to be that good at that young? There's something I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. I've watched you work. I've examined your body head to toe. I've never talked to you in person. And I don't know who you hang out with or like who's surrounding you, but like
I live a boring life.
No, that's probably it.
Yeah, honestly, I don't do much, to be honest with you. People are like,
what about when you were younger? I'm trying to.
Honestly, when I was younger, I just trained. I've always dedicated my life to what I was doing, and I'm not talking like, this is the right thing to say. No, I've honestly, from like 12 years old to like 17, 18, honestly, I was training. I was up at 4:30 every single day for like maybe 5-6 years straight, going 6 days a week, strength and conditioning, and just wrestling. That's all I did. Maybe was I probably overtrained because I would go like all the time and I was training constantly. But in my mind, I felt I outworked everybody. So going into a wrestling match, I was like, this guy didn't wake up at 4:30. He's not eating as good as me. I just had that mindset, and it's like, I didn't do anything crazy other than just work my ass off. Like that's just the mentality I have. I'm just gonna figure out a way. I'm gonna surround myself with the best team, and ultimately it's up to me to put in the work. And I got to go out.
You had like the best of the best trainers in wrestling growing up, no? Like the best private lessons and shit.
No, I had one guy that like wrestling as a kid. I always had just like the local coaches, and there's a guy. Ruben Valencia, his kids wrestle for Arizona State. They're NCAA champions and stuff. And we grew up in the same neighborhood. And we just honestly.
And his son grew up to be a fucking ass beater.
Yeah. So we just
recently
trained in a garage. We called it Monster Garage. We would go in the garage, and his dad was never a wrestler, never a big time wrestler. And he would look at videos. We'd get college wrestling guys to show us moves, and we just literally worked. We'd go all around the country. We won everything because we worked. Then I met my coach Valentin, who's from the Soviet Union, And he said, man, there's a different level of wrestling out there, world championships, European. And he's like, we need to go to Dagestan. You want to see some high level wrestling? We'll go to Dagestan. So I made a world team. I won a world championship. And then I started traveling from there and just started seeing the world.
So, but the thing is, Aaron, like, what was your, like, because the thing is, like, my father, I wanted to be a state champion in the worst way. And my dad would look at me like I had two heads. Like, I offered you $50 to shovel the whole driveway, but you're gonna go work out? Like, I don't get it. Yeah. Like, if me and you were in the same county, we probably would have been best friends. Like, I used to drive 1 hour up to Albany for wrestling practice for 1 hour and then drive back. And that was after my own wrestling practice. That was after football practice. I would wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, run to my high school to lift or train wrestling.
Yeah. Like,
me and you would have been fucking bros, for sure.
Probably would have.
I just didn't have probably the level of training you did. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was only me by myself.
Yeah, people always ask me that. Like, I just entered my name in the tournament, did what I had to do, and showed up and competed, and it worked out in my favor a lot of the times. And yeah, I don't know. Like,
I didn't even know Fargo existed. I didn't know what Fargo was until after I was a senior, and I missed the opportunity. Like, that's how where I grew up was. Like, I didn't know.
Yeah.
So, Aaron,
how many times did you win Fargo?
5.
Did you have like a wrestling dad?
Me?
Yeah.
No, my dad didn't wrestle at all. Actually, it's funny how I started wrestling. My brother? Yeah, I have a brother. My brother was driving.
Did he wrestle?
Yeah, he wrestled, but he liked it, but he was just not really into it, like how I was. But no, my dad didn't wrestle.
He's older.
Huh?
Your brother's older?
4 years older. So he started wrestling. Then shortly after I started wrestling. So
that's amazing because my older brother's 5 years older than me. He set like little records, like when there was like the school like mile time. I'm like, I'm gonna beat that. Or you know, he was really good at football. Like, I'm gonna be better than you.
Yeah.
It was like I couldn't compete against him because we were so far in age.
Yeah.
But he left like a ghost that was like, all right, I'm gonna fuck that shit up.
Yeah.
Probably similar for you, no?
No, honestly, no, not really. I think my brother is like a big influence. Like when I was younger, I just always wanted to do what he was doing. So, yeah, if he was riding a bike, I wanted to go ride a bike. He was wrestling, I wanted to wrestle. So we never really my brother and I were never like that. Like, oh, like he won, so I gotta win 2 of them. It was just like, honestly, my brother beats me in everything other than wrestling and fighting. But anything other than that, my brother's a better way.
He beats you in basketball, hockey, soccer.
Yeah, riding a dirt bike, riding a skateboard. He's just all around better athlete than I am.
You guys have good genetics. Like me and my brothers, like I'd be training for a fight. I'd be like, yo, Jay, want to come for a run for me? Like, all right, we do 5 miles. And he'd be on my shit the whole time. I'm like, yo, you don't even run.
Yeah.
So it's like the natural instinct of competing. Same thing with my older brother. My older brother smokes weed. He's 5 years older than me. He's gonna bump me. I'm like, yo, D, let's go run this mountain. Like, all right. Like, I actually had to like dig deep to like start losing him.
Yeah. So like in things like that, like I'm better. Like, but other than like, dirt bikes, bicycles, skateboards and stuff, video games, my brother crushes me and everything. But stuff like that, like if you say go run up that hill and just don't stop until I'll outwork it and I'll probably be dead and he'll be like, I'm tired. But so we're a little.
How many brothers do you have?
I only have one brother.
Okay, just an older brother.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, are we the same person? Because I'm the middle brother.
Oh, okay.
So my older brother is probably the most athletic in terms of just naturally doing shit, being fast, endurance. I work the hardest, Then my youngest brother has probably the best build out of all three of us in terms of being athletic. Like, he's a little bit taller, a little bit wider, a little bit longer limbs. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. So I only one brother, but yeah, he's.
Man, I had something. Does he ride horses too?
No, he's into dirt bikes and stuff.
I like riding horses, right?
Huh?
You'll kick the shit out of him riding horses.
Yeah, for sure. That's like my thing. But he's good at dirt bikes and stuff. We ride together and stuff. And
where's he live? Is he still in Cali or he?
Yeah, he's in LA. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, he's good at all that other stuff. But not riding horses, not wrestling, and not fighting.
Man.
Yeah. But it's good. But
you play video games or what?
I do. The only game that I play, I only have an Xbox 360, and I play zombies. That's what I play. Yeah, that's all. That's the
zombies.
Yeah, zombies. Yeah.
Like, you have enough money. Have you thought about updating?
No. I don't like any other games other than Zombies World at War. Yeah, that's all I play. That's all I do.
You didn't update. You don't know if you like other games, you silly dude.
Well, I've done like Modern Warfare and stuff like that, but I've done like Black Ops and stuff. But
all right, here's the move, Aaron.
Bro, the move Menace too is The Last of Us. That game that Shane Burgos recommended.
I heard.
Bro, it looks fucking good.
Yeah, like it's a zombie game.
Yeah, it's like a new Resident Evil, if you will.
Yeah, I love zombies.
Yeah,
it's the best.
Well, listen, I'm trying to talk Aaron Pico into buying a PS5 so me and him can squad up. Like, you don't play with other people. You only play by yourself?
No. My girlfriend and I just play zombies. That's like our thing. Yeah. Like, hey,
you got your lady gaming.
I'm jealous of that. Yeah, but you don't play online with other people?
No, I don't play.
Well, obviously, you never have.
No, I have played. Yeah, of course I played. Like, but it's not like it's not
online with other people.
Yeah, it's like whatever, you know. I'm like I just like zombies.
Oh,
listen,
it's so
I don't want
addicting.
to fuck your life up because this could be the one thing you're like, "Yep, I'm in." Is like me and you, like I'm here in New York, you're in New Mexico. I'm like, "Oh, Aaron, let's squad up." You know, me and you. I'm like, Aaron, he's over here to your left. You're fucking. Like, Aaron, I'm on your six. Like, fuck! God damn it, Aaron! Where were you? Or me and you were just smashing people. I'm like, Aaron, I'm on kill streak. You're like, I'm bloodthirsty. I'm like, what? And we're just killing people, and we're talking about fucking training, and you know.
Yeah,
last night. I mean, it could be a really good time.
I might have to upgrade for sure.
Because here's the thing.
There's a lot of money.
A lot of money.
Yeah.
Like you could be streaming on Twitch and you're playing anyways. And the thing is it's an escape from reality of training.
For sure. You know who plays games a lot is Greg Jackson.
Oh,
really?
Word.
Yeah, he plays video games a lot.
Hey, when you see Greg,
out of that
knows who I am.
But he doesn't play online. All he does is play story mode. Like he'll go get a game and play like story mode. That's like his thing. Takes him out of like thinking about training this and that. So he's a big gamer into like just story mode. Like
Aaron, I'm going to DM you my number. Me and you are gonna be in direct contact. We need to get Greg Jackson on the show. Okay,
I'll ask him. Yeah, he's an interesting guy. I love him. He's really helped me out with my mental game strategy and fighting. He's a one of a kind for sure. He's definitely.
Because we were talking about corners and stuff like that. He's one of those guys that like talks to you at the right tone and tells you exactly what, like, he calms you down. He puts you in this, like, I've listened, like when he corners people and it goes in his corner, I'm like,
he knows his guys really well.
He's actually a genius.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, and I'm very thankful. I get to spend a lot of time with him and get a lot of input, and I ask him a ton of questions. That's one thing I do. I ask because I'm so like. GSP is my favorite.
You're a perfectionist.
Yeah, I'm constantly
wrestled at the highest level,
there. Yeah, I'm like, I think he never gets tired of me asking GSP questions. So I'm very thankful because I'm like, I don't care. I'm not very much like a fanboy like other people, but GSP is like my one guy where I really, really look up to. He's even my screensaver on my phone because
why is that?
I just like his whole approach. I love his fighting style. I love his whole approach to his game, to the martial arts, and he's honestly the reason why I started MMA is because of GSP. I'm like, I really like him. I want to be like that guy. So that's why. Back to the question that like, why is MMA? GSP. Yeah, that's like my favorite athlete and one guy I really, really respect and look up to. So
man, this is like,
we're gonna clip that. We're gonna get GSP, and that's how we're gonna get. Well, my mind's blown because he used wrestling to win a fucking ton of fights, but that's not his background, which is, I'm like, huh.
I always heard though in like practice and in the room he could hang with some of the best guys. I'm like,
he was. If there was rumors he was thinking about going out for the Canadian.
He did.
Olympic team.
He did, I believe, and I think he lost in the qualifiers, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'm sure he. Honestly, there's so many good wrestlers out there that would beat him and stuff like that. But going into MMA, he's a different beast. It's just blended it so well.
Yeah, and
unlike Aaron, I lost to a Canadian up in the Canadian Cup.
Yeah.
A.
You wrestled in the Canadian Cup, Aaron?
No, I never did. I never wrestled. No, but that's a good tournament. That's an international tournament, yeah?
Yeah, I lost to like some dude from Canada, some dude from Korea somehow. But both by 1 point.
Oh, that's the worst. No, but the worst is when you lose on criteria.
Oh, I bet. We're like, they had the last takedown. It's 1-1.
To go to the Olympics, I lost 4-4.
Oh.
I was down 4-0. This gets me fired up. Down 4-0. I work my ass off. Beating Frank Molinaro. He's in the clinch like, tired. Boom. Tied up 4-4. Match ends. He wins on criteria. It's bullshit. I don't get it.
He went takedown to a turn?
No, he threw me. He threw me for 4. And I got 4 takedowns.
Isn't it 5? How's it 4?
He got me in a headlock, threw me 4, I think. I think it might have been 4. It was a 4-pointer.
Because you went across your back and he got on top. So you got the takedown plus the back exposure.
Yeah, so then
how'd you get your 4 points?
I think I took him down twice. I don't have to. I have to rewatch it. I took him down twice, or I might have taken him down twice and pushed him out twice. I'm not sure, but anyways.
Hang on. If you wrestle Frank Molinaro in a month from now, who wins?
Like if I get to train.
How rusty are you? Yeah.
I would win. I would.
Yeah, because the thing is, he's retired? No, did he retire?
I would win is because I wrestled him as a boy. I was 18 years old, like a boy strength. My strength that I've had, he's a great wrestler. I have nothing but I have respect, but I was you know what I mean? I was young. I mean, I didn't have the strength that he has. And,
oh my God. He's called the Hulk for a reason. The guy goddamn looks like a fucking miniature ape.
The thing is I've been away from the sport, but I've gotten better at wrestling because I've gone and wrestled with guys from up in New York City, like Chamizos and guys that come from all over the world, and I'm there. Yeah. I'm there, you know what I mean? And that's wrestling a couple times a week or once a week, twice a week. Just my strength, my mental game has gotten a lot better. Things I used to think about when I was 18, like I have to do this. It's like, what was I thinking? Why didn't I just relax?
Aaron,
but it just time, comes with time.
Is there's this weird strength in wrestling when you're not competing in wrestling anymore, where you somehow go from here to like here. Am I wrong?
Say that again.
There's this weird, something happens very weird where like you're competing, you stop competing, right? You're here.
Yeah.
Then when you go to just fuck around, you're here.
Oh, it's absolutely
insane.
No,
you become really 5 times better when you're not competing anymore.
It's just crazy, yeah, because I'll go put on a pair of wrestling shoes and go wrestle, and it's like, oh, this guy took third NCAA. Oh, okay, and you just freaking take him down 20 times.
Well, that's
no fucks given.
It's true in jiu-jitsu too, because what happens, I have the mentality, or the science of it, is you go to your moves. Where when you're training every day, you'll kind of fuck around a little bit, you'll play with some shit. When you take a little time off and you come back, it's like, nope, I'm going with my bread and butter shit. My shit that's like...
I've been there too, Stan, but with wrestling, like you'll watch guys wrestle every day and they're competing, they're training for the NCAAs or Worlds or whatever, and they get very good. Then they become a coach and they're not competing and they're just fucking up like world champions. You're like, what?
Coaching changes a lot.
Run again.
Yeah, coaching changes a lot.
I think it's just being I think it's relaxed, you go into like a practice, you're just relaxed. Like the thing is like I go into a practice now like wrestling and I'm like, man, if I get taken down, it's not a big deal. And most of the time when I go with that mentality, I'd never get taken down. My body's just so like loose. It's like a guy gets in on a leg, I fight it, boom. And I've gotten a lot better.
So real quick, so like you've never wrestled one match for money, right?
No, I've never. No, I have. I wrestled Brent Metcalf like maybe 2014 for some money.
Well, hey, you know Jesse Jansen?
Who?
Jesse Jansen.
Beat the streets.
I don't know him. I probably have met him. But
you know Harvard national champion at 149, Jesse Jansen, the crab ride master from Long Island. All right.
Nah.
Well, you've heard.
He
of
knows
Beat
exactly
the Streets.
who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
You know Beat the Streets.
Of course.
He organizes that.
Okay.
And he hit me up the other day looking for like, yo, man, you think, do you know any wrestlers that would want to wrestle some like high-end wrestler? Do you know, MMA guys that would wrestle high-end wrestlers? I was like, I'll ask Ali Quinta, I'll ask Aljo, which I still have to do that.
Now you got the guy though. You're speaking to one of the guys.
Now we have the guy that would put it on those high-end guys.
For sure. I would definitely love to go in there and compete. I would definitely love to compete, but I want to get to good, solid training camp. Definitely.
Sure. Because you don't have anything going on right now, right?
Well, yeah. What's the move with Bellator right now?
We're waiting on some news, so there should be some news shortly. I'm not sure when, but I'm just only thing I could say is I'm staying ready, and we should.
Well, listen.
But yeah, I would love to. Like the thing is I love it. I love wrestling and I love competing. When it makes sense for me to be able to say, okay, I get a month and a half to just go to New York City, or I fly to Dagestan training in. Of course, I would go wrestle one of these guys. Of course, I would. You just go out there and compete, and I'm very, very confident in my skill sets and my strength, and I know I can do very, very well. I can do very, very well.
Yeah, I'll put you in touch with Jesse Jansen. He's got he wrestled international. Guy's a freak.
Three-time All-American, national champion.
Yeah. World championships, or was he on an Olympic world team, or
he lost the match to get on the Olympic team.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm sure there's so many legit wrestlers out there. It's crazy.
He lost to Doug Schwab, maybe.
Okay, yeah, Doug Schwab, he was on the Olympic team, yeah.
Or he's like right, or I think they like went 1-1.
And complete stud. He was in New York, which is a hard wrestling state. He went
he's got I feel bad that I don't know who he is, but
well, there's a lot of guys like that are amazing. Yeah.
Hang on, when I was in high school, he was like my idol. And I graduated in 05.
Wow.
I'm sure you have that guy from California that we never heard of.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, who was like the wrestler, you know.
I bet you probably never heard of Stan.
You might have never heard of him either. If Aaron Pico never heard of Jansen, it happens.
Well, he knows who Brands is. I guess there's level.
Yeah. But Aaron, you see what we're doing here. We just like to shoot the shit with guys. We talk some fighting. We talk some life, video games, girls. You got the girl. So we want it to be like, what are you working with over there? You got like an LA 10, a New Mexico 5? Like, I don't know what the scale is over there.
No. I got my girl. I'm good.
Oh no, if she's from LA, I'm sure she's a smoke show. But if she was from New Mexico, it's like, the scale's a little skewed.
There's beautiful girls.
Yes. Well, you know how it is. We just like to shoot the shit. We talk some fighting. So now you're a big fight fan. Like, you watch everything.
I do. I do. I'm very into it now. Like, I try to watch all the fights when I can. So yeah, I'm constantly watching video and just watching all kinds of fights. So that's something that I'm doing. I'm watching like 4 or 5 fights a day. I watch a lot.
So Ali's in like a sticky situation right now. He's got a lot of his guys about to fight, particularly 251. He's got Usman versus Burns.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's kind of but at the end of the day, it's like he did his job. His guys are are fighting for a title, and now he can just sit back and relax and let the best man win. They're both getting paid good money, and hey, he got him to that point.
Yeah. So. Oh my God. Like, even that. I know Ali's your manager, Dominance MMA. He's one of those guys who, because of like the McGregor shit and whatnot, he catches a bad rap, but the guy's a G. In the gym, whenever you talk to him, that guy's like one of the unheralded legends of MMA. People don't even realize because they put him in like a weird category.
Honestly, Ali is one of the greatest human beings on the great guy. Honestly, he's taking me under his wing and it's helping me out. And that's a lot of things that the people, will talk shit on the internet and say this and that. But until you're around him and you see the things that he does for his fighters, not just his fighters, people out in the community that you never really see. He's definitely a genuinely nice guy.
Yeah.
Who has a heart of gold. He really does. I've seen him do a lot of things that for people that I'm just like, wow, he's a good guy. He's got a lot of money. He helps a lot of people out and is willing to die for his fighters. And in this game, you need a guy that will
exactly that. Like, people give him shit. Tell me another manager that's going to get into a fist fight for you.
Yeah.
Tell me another manager that's going to get on the mat and train with you. You know what I mean?
Have you rolled with him?
Yeah, I've rolled with Ali. Yeah.
He's a freak.
Yeah, he's strong. He's very, very strong. And he's a guy that loves the game. He understands fighting. He knows what's right for his fighters and bringing them up the right way. And good guy, man. I mean, we all have our faults, and we all have our things that we're not perfect people, So of course, we're gonna make mistakes, and that's just life. If you never made mistakes, then fuck, I don't know what to tell you. You're just perfect, but nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
So.
And even that, like, people hate on Ali. I've talked to some very prominent fighters that are like, nope, legit, he submitted me. And I'm like, really? They're like, yeah, he fucking submitted me. He's legit.
For sure. Yeah, I've rolled with him. Ali's never submitted me, so I'm still waiting for him to submit me. But
really?
No, he's never submitted me. I'm telling you that.
I rolled with him one time in Henzo's, and I tapped him, and then, dude, he went berserk, and I was like, oh, he's definitely pissed off. Like, it got wild quick.
Did he tap you?
I think he did. I think, when someone's like, they're going so hard that you're like, dude, this isn't, I don't know. Like, either we get into a fist fight or like, okay, you can have one too. And like, it turned one to those. Cause like, Henzo's isn't my like gym. I was a guest there kind of deal. So I went, tapped him. I can't confirm if he tapped me or not. You'd have to ask him, I guess.
Bro, even that. Henzo Gracie's not giving out black belts.
He'll probably know. Because that guy will, if he taps you out, he will never let you down. That's one thing about Ali, is he'll know that he tapped you. So, but no.
I'll get him next time I get on the show. Like, Ali, did you ever tap me?
And he'll know. He'll be like, yes, Dennis, with this move, if he did.
Yeah. But no, man. Honestly, I think he's a great guy.
So strong.
Yeah, he's a one of a kind, and there's a reason why. But the thing about Dominance MMA is like, it's ran by Ali, but there's so many people that you don't know about that help that management run smoothly. That's the thing, is like, just like there's a lot. Huh?
Do I know any of them?
I'm talking like people that are setting up interviews, that people are doing the medical, like setting up things, people that are like working with Ali, that, like assistants that work for him. You know, people like for example, Dan Ige, who's fighting.
Love Dan.
We've had Dan on the show.
His mom helps out and things like that, and like they just work. They're like, you know, they help this whole team, you know, run smoothly. So Ali's taking care. So then if Ali's doing good, then he's obviously there for the fighters. So there's people like behind the scenes that will probably never get recognized, but are freaking really, really help dominance MMA. And it's an army, and it's good luck trying to defeat them, because they've got people working that are genuinely, that love all the fighters and love the team. And when it's like that, it's very, very tough to beat. So
even Dan Ige's mom works for Dominance MMA.
Yeah,
she's back in Vegas, helps out and stuff a little bit, and she's a very, very nice lady. She's really cool.
Have I talked to her?
I'm sure you have. Like, she's
what's
around
her name again?
Paulette. Yeah, she's around the fighters and stuff. So it's like she helps out if you need help with something. Like,
yeah,
she'll like, okay, you don't have it, I'll go run it to you, so you're not late to training or this or that.
And even the same way there's beef amongst fighters, and some fighters get different reputations and whatnot. I could see why there's beef amongst managers and whatnot and shit like that. But
when you're the number one manager in the world, of course, obviously people are going to hate you.
Yeah, if you don't have haters, you're not doing a good job.
Yeah, exactly.
Aaron, obviously you're a fan of the sport, right?
Of course.
Like, UFC, 251's coming up, right, Stan?
Yep.
Can we get your picks?
I think Kamaru is going to win. I believe he's going to win. I love Gilbert Burns. I've rolled with him and
They're both the same management, so that has nothing to do with who you think is going to win.
Yeah, I think Kamaru will win. And then who else is fighting on that card? Sorry.
Stan, give him the matchup.
So we'll start from the top. Yeah, you just got the main event, and then we got your weight class, Volkanovski versus Holloway.
Oh, that's a tough one. I was just watching that fight. Honestly, I think Volkanovski will win the rematch. I think him and his coaches, and I think Max too, but I think Volkanovski's going to figure out what he needs to do. I think he's going to improve since the last fight. So I think I'm taking Volkanovski.
Same.
And then the third.
And then the other one could be your weight class, right? You can make 35 one day, right? Or no, never.
They can't make 35. No, absolutely not.
So
have you thought about 55?
Huh?
Have you ever thought about 55?
Not right now. I did my first fight at 55.
Hang on. I remember when I fought at 45, I was like, one day I'm going to fight at 55 again, because
I think 145 really, really easy. Like, really, really easy. Like, I work with a really good nutritionist and follow his plan, and I make it really easy. So
for me, dude, like 160 was like for me to feel like, okay, 160 was like the fucking plane, and I had to fucking legit kill myself.
Like, what do we think? What do we think Aldo walks at?
I don't know, to be honest with you. Maybe like, I think he probably walks. He walks. He's pretty big.
But that's similar to Pico, dude.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I tell you, can I make 135? Yeah, I probably could. But
could you perform awesome?
Yeah, well, yeah, but could I perform? No, and like, fighting is like my life. Yeah, but am I willing to put my life at risk based on a weight cut? Nah, absolutely not. That's not something that I'm like not trying to look forward to, or like have to like drastically change my life. I eat good. I train well. I feel good at 145. And I would not go down to 135 for what, unless I was getting paid $20-30 million. Yeah, for sure. Then the money talks, but nah, I'm not trying to.
Now, you've seen in wrestling, and this might even be why Aldo's going down. Like, Aldo cannot beat Max Holloway.
Yeah.
So,
sure.
like, he's trying to figure it out. Like, hey, he's got a shot down here. Or, like, if push comes to shove, like, let's say there's a guy, he just has your number. You lost him twice. Like, fuck. I don't know. Every time I look at it, I just don't know. Like, is that real for you to be like, in wrestling, we used to call it ducking somebody?
Yeah, nah. I feel good. I feel good at 45. I'm gonna make it work no matter what. I make it.
I like it.
And
well, so be healthier.
You've never had to duck anybody your whole life, though. You've
no, I'm gonna have to fight the toughest guys in the world, but that's why I sign up and do what I do, because I'm gonna figure it out. We'll figure it out.
I fucking love that about you, dude.
So Aaron Pico, Jan Aldo, where would you put your money?
I'd put my money on Jan for sure.
I think that's where we're going as well.
Yeah, I love
I got Jan.
Yeah,
but Peter Jan is he's hungry, man. He's ready to go. So that's gonna be a good card. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Usman, Volkanovski, and Jan.
What about Andrade versus Namajunas?
All three guys he's picked so far have a very, very strong wrestling background.
Yeah,
versus their opponents.
Right now, Aaron's thinking, who's the better wrestler? Who's the better wrestler,
nah,
Andrade or Namajunas?
I think Thug Rose will win. I think Trevor Whitman and them are probably really coming up with, trying to figure out what they need to do.
Well, she was winning the first fight until she got spiked on her head.
Yeah, so I think she'll rebound from that, Thug Rose. Yeah,
I agree. Now the thing is, at that loss, she was like, I don't even know if I want to fight anymore. I'm thinking about retiring.
Yeah, but
dwindling somewhere in there. When you start thinking about retiring,
but you think after losses, I mean, you think some weird shit. So you can't.
After my very first loss, I was like, I'm done with this shit. I'm retiring. Sure. This is fucking bullshit.
But for sure. But then it's when you wake up the next morning and say, man, do I still want to do this? And your answer is absolutely fuck yes, I want to do it. Then
yeah.
But wake up the next morning and you're like, I don't want to do this ever again. Then I think it should be, you know what? Yeah. Okay, you should retire. But after all
we don't know that answer.
Yeah, after all my losses, I always ask myself, would I do it again? And the answer is always, fuck yeah, I will. So I'm good. But until my answers, and until, like I said, that candle inside me stops burning, and I don't feel that same anymore, is the day I'll say, okay, time to go. But so
last fight on the main card: Amanda Ribas, Paige Van Zandt.
I don't know. I don't know. I know Paige Van Zandt, but I don't know the other girls, so I can't.
Fill him in.
Ribas is tough. She's the one who beat Mackenzie Dern.
Okay. I'll probably go with her. Yeah, I think I'll go with her for sure.
And Paige,
give him more insight.
Well, even Paige's whole thing is Paige is fighting out a contract because she wants her worth.
Yeah, for sure.
And she's been firing subliminal shots, wearing Paramount shirts and Bellator shirts and shit on Instagram.
Yeah. Since you can't shit in the hand that feeds you.
So the UFC is not giving her anybody easy.
Well, and her husband is in Bellator, and apparently she said she makes more money posting on Instagram than she does fighting for the UFC because she's had injuries and shit. She said she's on her deal from her first deal after the Ultimate Fighter, or not the Ultimate Fighter, her second deal basically. So she's been on a 6-fight or 8-fight deal since she was 22.
How old is she now?
26.
Yeah, I don't know.
But she's a way bigger star now than she was when she was 22.
Well, they put her on Fighting or Dancing with the Stars. That's almost their own fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know
Did they put her on or her management got her on? Is the question.
Less fighting. I mean, yeah, then you fight. But if you make more money doing that, then why don't you just do that?
Dan, this is what I'm talking about. Remember, I was like, "Hey, yo, UFC." I was speaking to Lorenzo Fertitta. Like, you guys should have me on. What's it? Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon. Yeah.
Jimmy Fallon show. He's from my town. 2 weeks later, Ronda Rousey's on a show, and then I was like, "Yo, you guys should have me on Dance the Star." Like, I'm Latino here, I could dance pretty good. Paige Van Zandt's on their show. I'm like, what? Are they taking all my ideas and just like putting like someone that they think they could do better than me? Yeah. Like, Aaron, you could fucking dance. I've seen you at the fucking Toro and the fucking, you know what I mean?
I'm saying
Latino heat, dude. Latino heat.
I gotta take some dance lessons. I'm not very good, but I still dance. Like I don't care.
You look amazing after you knock somebody out and you do your fucking little.
I don't even know. Honestly, I get embarrassed talking about it.
What do you mean? That's your bread and butter.
Yeah, I guess that's my thing now. You know, like when I do it naturally. So it's not like I'm like, oh, I need to do it. It's just like my thing now. So yeah, that's like. But back to dancing. Yeah, if I was on Dancing with the Stars, I would definitely need some work. If I won that thing, it would be.
Well, that's what it is. You work with a professional fucking dancer, and you do that every day for 6 weeks. You're gonna be nasty.
Oh, for sure.
And you hear about the stories of like the celebrities banging the professional dancers because they're fucking smoking hot.
He's got a girlfriend, Dennis.
Well, I'm not saying him. I'm just talking about. Hey,
you got a girlfriend too.
I'm not talking about me either. Okay. Whatever, dude. I'm just saying. I'm talking. What's the show called? Dance with the Stars Gossip. That's all.
So that's what this show's going to turn into is Dancing with the Stars Gossip. I like it. I said I liked it. But Aaron Pico.
How much of a piece of shit is fucking Stan?
I was about to be like, Aaron Pico, you're the man. Thank you for the time. We're sorry if we keep you so long. This is what always happens to us.
No, it's all good, brother. It's all good. I'm all good.
Aaron, I know you did.
Done, so I'm good.
Aaron, I cannot wait till me and you are just horseback riding into the sunset.
I'm down. Yeah, like, horses and I'll.
Do you look?
I'll bring the hay. I'll buy hay and ice. Hay for the horses, ice for the beers.
Hey,
I'll bring the beers too.
You're talking to my language.
And
we're sponsored by Great South Bay Brewery. I'll bring the beers.
And then as you guys are riding horseback, Menace is like, do you like guacamole?
What?
It's a line from Step Brothers when they become best friends. Like, do you like guacamole?
Yeah. We'll tell your lady we're going to build fucking bunk beds in the spare bedroom.
Yeah. We're going to make things happen here.
Fun, man. It'll be fun. Yeah.
Aaron, I'm going to DM you. We're going to link some shit up.
No worries, brother. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for the time, Aaron. You're the man.
Thank you. Talk to you guys soon. Thank you.
Take it easy, brother.
Kid's a complete legend.
Yeah, he's a fucking stud.
I knew it was going to go exactly that way. I just knew too much about the man.
Yeah, I knew he was...
Even though it was hard, it was tight getting him on.
Yeah, I don't get that.
We'll figure out those niches, but hey. Yeah. Did we have one more person?
We had your boy Frank Hickman. But
the window pass?
Well, he wrote, you sold me out for Pico. Then he wrote, come on, Dennis. And he wrote, hey, can we do tomorrow morning instead? Would be better.
What time tomorrow morning? I work.
Well, no, that would be nighttime for us. But I wrote to him, we were waiting for you to jump on. We were stalling hard. But no, we could, if you want.
Is there any chance we could just try and get him on for 1 second? Send him the link?
I sent him the link. He didn't click it. He said he had to work out with, who is it? Someone who's fighting next weekend. We didn't go over the whole card, but he has to work out with. Let me see.
Well, the thing is, though, he's a huge wrestling fan. He's like, you sold me out for Aaron Pico. Like, he's like almost honored to be like,
You think?
Me and Aaron Pico are the same level.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, we should definitely add him in at the same time. He would have probably had a ton of insight on wrestling.
I told him jump in. I sent him the link, and then he didn't get back to me until he sent me, can we do tomorrow? I was like, dude, just jump in. But we'll play it by ear. Worst case, we'll shoot for next week, or if tomorrow night.
Or maybe Thursday, whatever. Well, even if tomorrow or Thursday, maybe we could do like 20 minutes, half hour with him or whatever.
Yeah, because like I said, I think he has great insight. He can definitely get us some of his other guys, and he's gonna be. I'm pretty sure.
Me and Frank just reminiscing, really.
Well, I thought you knew George.
Well, so me and George, but Frank would come up for wrestling camps.
Okay.
So me and Frank were on the same. So George was a freshman in college. I was a senior in high school.
Oh, all right.
I went to Bloomsburg University, competition camp. I showed up by myself. So when you come to competition camp, you come with your whole team. I just show up by myself. So I was on a team orphan. So it was me, my younger brother Jay, Frank, and we had a couple other guys. We ended up winning the whole fucking thing, I think.
Really?
Team orphan.
All right. I like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think like I told you, I could tell his personality. I think he has some great stories and shit.
Oh, Frank. So George, there's another level to George in terms of his personality.
Yeah.
Frank is George's next personality, times 2, regular.
Yeah, and we just got to get Frank on, build some more bridges, and then we could even get the Hickman brothers together and make them fight with each other.
I would love that. They fight each other?
You know what I mean.
I do want to know exactly how that goes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Or there might be this we're at a level right now where we don't compete against each other.
And then you'd be like, George, are there ever times when you got to tell Frank to shut the fuck up and put him in his place? He has some questions like that.
Yeah, but then there's probably a respect quality that kicks in.
I know, I'm joking. If
you don't think I'm gonna try and push for that, you're out of your mind.
Or we'd unearth some serious shit. I'll fuck you up right now.
I've been waiting for you to bark at me.
Put up the deed to the Pokeball spot. Winner takes all.
Well, because the thing is George actually has professional MMA fights. He's got 4.
He's a fucking stud. He's fought some really
I
good
don't
guys.
think Frank has ever fought.
George was on the cusp of UFC at a point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He went to Tiger Muay Thai to make the team just for a better training kind of thing.
Yeah.
Just for a little training camp and then come back.
And then it just merged into the position he's in now. Yeah. Bro, he's
I gotta get Brian Stan on to talk about that more.
What, Tiger Muay Thai?
No, Brian Stan. I remember Brian Stan was calling fights. He called me up. Hey, I'm calling your fight tomorrow. I just want to get some insight on you. I told him some shit. And then we got talking about George. And,
because he knows him.
Well, George and Brian Stan were training at the same spot in Georgia.
Oh.
They were tight.
Yeah.
They were boys. I think Brian Stan was yeah, yo, go over there, get some, Muay Thai training and come back. So George goes over there, tries out for the team the same time that Alex Volkanovski does. George wins the whole thing, makes the team, trains there for a little bit. There's no wrestling there. He's the best wrestler there, becomes a wrestling coach, and then evolves to become the fucking head MMA coach.
Yeah, he's 9-3, and his last fight was 2016, and he beat Matt Sales, who's now in the UFC. Yeah, so he's definitely a solid vet.
Wild.
Yeah, real wild. Just like this episode was real wild.
You know how we do.
Yeah, I do. I thought we made lemonade out of some lemons.
What? I thought we had. What do you mean? We had
Forrest
Griffin on.
Oh no, Forrest was a fucking doll. That guy's a legend. Like I told him, he's a legend.
Shit.
And then we definitely got
more out of we definitely got them to stay longer than we thought we were going to.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of them.
Yeah.
And what, crickets from Usman or?
He said he had I said, can you do, I said, yo at 4:48 today. Can you do 7:30, 7:45-ish tonight? Zoom. He said, I might not be able to, bro. I have a 6:45 dinner with some big sponsors.
Oh, you got to get that money.
I said, next week, or text me when you're done.
Well, he'll be in Abu Dhabi, I believe. But we'll see. We'll definitely play some games. So I think that might even be the move with Hickman. The time difference, they won't be in their full sleep, so maybe we'll get some people late night.
Our late night?
No, their late night. Our late night, like here.
What's their late night?
It'll be like midnight, 1:00 in the morning.
But what time will it be for us?
this 7, 6, 7.
Word.
But nah, great episode. Maybe did you shoot your Dana White shot, or you never shot it?
I shot it
because you were busy getting yelled at by your lady.
No, fuck that. I don't get yelled at.
Right, you were getting yelled at. But
what? No,
here, wait.
wasn't.
Tell me if you could hear these.
I don't hear anything.
You don't hear it?
No.
All right, I gotta still play with them. I thought I rearranged.
Hang on. I said, big dog, possibly your favorite Puerto Rican here. And then I didn't say my name, so he's probably like, I don't know who this is. Fight Island's quickly approaching. If you're free, we'd love to have you on for 10 minutes. Crickets.
Because he's probably like, I don't even like Puerto Ricans. Who the fuck is this?
And I hit up his assistant and dropped her this.
I know, I was there for that.
Lene, it's me, the Menace. I don't know if you can see the fangs, but it's me, the Menace. When are you going to come on the show? We need you. Lene, it's me.
Did she cricket you as well?
Yeah.
It's probably a very busy time. Which one would you follow up with first? Lene?
I got double crickets, and you want me to proceed to put my pride on the line, huh?
Yeah, you just go to Lene like, hey, we definitely want to get you on, but I wanted to schedule something with Dana. You got to go through her to get to Dana.
I mean, I got to her originally through Dana, so I don't even know if you know.
Yeah.
You don't. You're just throwing shit.
No. Why did Dana send you to her?
Because he's got a ton of shit on and can't schedule shit?
Yeah.
She probably deleted my whole shit.
Yeah, so you hit her up like, I want you to come on the show. She's like, bitch, I don't do interviews. Now when you hit her up like, hey, we would like to get you on, but I want to get Dana on, she'll be like, oh, okay.
Whatever. Stan, listen, let's just keep... I need to build a fence. I'll pay you money to build a fence, and then I'll hit her up. What? We gotta build a fence in the yard.
I'm not being held hostage for my carpentry skills, but we'll figure it out. Tomorrow's another day.
Yes, you are.
Home Materials by Anthony Jeremita, movementbjj.com, Great South Bay, G Fuel. We got to shoot some shots with our sponsors, start sending some things out to some fighters.
Yeah. Who else, Stan?
LB Metal Fabrication and Postiglione Law, but we'll figure everything out and we'll start getting some things popping.
I love Great South Bay Brewery beer.
I love Great South Bay Brewery, but we've been drinking a little too much. And that's the next thing that I'm going to shoot by Rick. I'm going to be like, Rick, are we crazy to like send 6-packs to some people? And he'll probably be like, nope, greatest idea you came up with. And I'll be like, oh, it was. I know. That's why I came up with it. Yeah. So this was a great episode 84. You could hit him with your send-off whenever you're ready.
My camera fell. I didn't realize it. Did you realize that?
What?
My camera went down on me.
Oh, did it?
I didn't even notice it.
Ooh.
Well, see you later.